Welcome back to the Box2BOX podcast.
This is episode 76, and today is Power Rankings. Who's going to top our charts?
And as we go through our top 10, we'll be discussing this past week's Champions League fixtures. There were some bangers that may have influenced our top 10.
And does the Premier League have an entertainment issue?
All that and more on the Box2BOX podcast.
Let's go.
You ain't going home,
Your
bro.
Honor, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Also on the pitch, Mbangula starts our next. Mbangula,
She's Egyptian. Game tomorrow, would you rather Saliba or Mbappe?
Right? Saliba right now.
You wouldn't.
Saliba right now.
You're sacrificing that face when you lie. That's
Saliba right now.
Gentlemen, episode 76.
Not for real.
Don't try and force a 6-7
I didn't say anything.
reference, bro.
You said it, not me.
Okay.
It's crazy.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
You went to a concert, though?
What the hell happened?
Oh, it's
Actually,
true.
that concert was mid. If you guys know the DJ Peggy Goo, it was the second time I saw her in Montreal. First time was absolutely electric. She was playing her own shit. And she's a great DJ, but you can tell she was exhausted. She had just traveled for like 20 hours. Concert was mid as fuck.
Goddamn.
Super mid.
Really?
Bro, I was able to move freely in and out of the front row.
That's what
so-
producer T said too. Producer T was there.
You were there?
I saw
No way.
I saw me and producer T in our friend groups.
They
We
converged.
bumped into each other.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even me that recognized them. Who recognized you?
MVB.
Yeah. He goes,
Bellini's Blues.
is that Mili's brother?
But yeah, I don't know. Suppose like it's crazy because last year, I saw everyone was there. Last year, you go on your Instagram. If you live in Montreal, you couldn't miss this concert. because
Every story,
every
swipe,
story.
swipe, swipe,
Peggy Goo,
swipe.
Peggy Goo, Peggy Goo. This
Yeah.
year was like it was you, him. That's it. You know. So like I don't understand what happened, but
was,
her music's actually not bad. Her music actually
Yeah,
really is
well,
not that
she didn't
bad.
play her music.
Yeah.
She was just playing remixes of popular summer DJ
Why would she
songs.
do that?
Why?
I don't. She just looked exhausted, bro. She had no energy.
She didn't care. It's
She
probably
said it
like,
on Instagram.
her Spotify.
She posted it. She's like,
crazy.
I haven't slept in like 20 hours. She basically told you I'm just trying to finish this fucking shit.
Oh,
That's
to go to
crazy.
Chicago. Bro,
But-
DJs live a crazy lifestyle. Like even if they don't like do drugs and whatever, bro, their schedule is nuts. It's every single day on the weekend from Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Different city. Bro, she was in Chicago like in 12 hours after.
that's a lot. That's a lot, definitely.
It's crazy.
Chicago to Montreal, how long is that?
She took a flight.
4
5
hours?
hours.
5 hours?
I did it once. I think it's 5 or 4 hours, something like that.
Bro, they do like New York, Montreal, bless you, Chicago. Then they'll jump to Europe.
Yeah, they
then
do
it's
East
gonna
Coast.
be- yeah. That's why they like, what are those things called when you have residencies?
Residencies.
So like if you're at
Ibiza.
Private jet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, private jet helps a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Well, you got the PJ.
They
You
even
got
get
the
you
PJ.
should surely have that.
Yeah.
But they probably have residencies as well. I know they have like Vegas.
Yeah.
But I think when you book, let's say a DJ to do, let's say a festival, it's included in the rental price that you're gonna get them a private jet for.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of them, it's
Accommodations,
automatically
probably just
included. Yeah,
Depends who.
Yeah, it
Like
depends
Black
on the
Coffee,
stature.
Coffee.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, but I think even like some mid-tier DJs get private jets for them.
Yeah.
Mid-tier DJ.
Yeah. A mid-tier DJ would be like probably like 10 million monthly listeners, 5 million monthly listeners. You probably still get a PJ for
That's
you.
low.
Yeah,
for a
but
PJ?
you probably
Peggy Goo
do.
didn't even take a PJ to Chicago. She was first
bus.
class.
Yeah.
Took the bus.
Eco-friendly.
Oh, bro, sometimes
My
it's a pain in the ass,
eco-friendly
you know,
goat.
Like,
We lift that.
But there also, I don't know if you guys saw this story in the news about this singer David. I wanted to
Bro,
speak
there's
about this
no
in the
way.
podcast, bro. This is one of the craziest stories
That's some true horror.
Oh,
I
That's
think
some true
I've
crime.
ever seen in my life.
scary.
Yeah, that's fucked
Yeah,
up.
bro. This guy, there was this 14-year-old girl. He's 18. They're dating. First of all, what the fuck are you doing dating an
But it was
a
from, they met
14-year-old girl?
through
Discord.
Discord.
Which whatever to each
That's a
their own,
conversation
but
in itself.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
you,
fucked up.
But
Yeah.
was he always a music guy, or was he always an artist?
I don't know. DJ Academics was watching one of his like early interviews. He was trying to be like a Fortnite pro at the start of his like.
It's a
Yeah.
little shapeshifter, man.
Yeah, but
Action.
whatever. Listening to his music, it's ominous. If you guys didn't know, like this girl had been missing for 2 years, and then she pops up in the trunk of his car. Like the body was like what's it called?
Yeah, we don't get graphic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but-
need to get graphic.
But what decomposing or whatever.
The way to
So,
get graphic.
That's not graphic. If I wanted to get graphic, I could get graphic. But it was decomposing. So he's automatically they question him because why is this girl in your car? They're like, so do you know anything about this? He's like, no, I don't even know who that is. But then the internet starts doing its work and start linking two to two together that there's this missing girl called Celeste who has been dating this guy, and then the police confirm that it's her, and now it's like this big murder like story. Yeah, basically.
Kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very fucked up.
That was definitely like it's one of those ongoing things. You're like, okay, there's definitely more information to it, but like,
This is like you're gonna get in
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
kinda
years time.
grim.
That's a Netflix like documentary level.
Netflix made documentaries about a woman falling down the stairs, and it was a whole murder mystery.
I will not be watching that documentary. But I hate watching true crime and shit like that.
I don't know. Sometimes,
But
it's
isn't
actually
True?
good.
You said True Detective season 1 is the best.
Yeah, that's because it's the best stuff.
There we go.
Season of
So
television
pick your
of all.
poison, bro.
You have
No, I hate real shit.
Bro, True Detective season
real
1 is more gory than probably this
it's-
Netflix
it's
show will
very-
ever
it's
be.
no, it's not that it's gory. It's just it's scary.
It puts you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, it's scary, bro.
And it's even though it's is this based on a true story or no?
No, it's too stretched.
Yeah, but it's because it's like it takes place in different decades, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that's a long story
Yeah.
to follow.
But yeah, crazy story. I've been Twitter does the thing where you read one tweet and
Yeah.
then it
Yeah,
starts
and then it-
flooding
For
your
You
thing
page.
with it. So now like I get all the updates, the
But it's
minuscule
super
updates.
powered. Twitter or X, whatever, is super powered when it's a live news event and you watch one thing. If you look it up, don't look up anything.
Yeah.
And then your whole feed will be that until you just
Until it dies off.
Yeah, you also
Like, it kinda-
consume the
yeah.
content, so it knows you're consuming the content.
You just have
But
to stop
They have like
scrolling.
this like I feel like they add like a feature that makes sure that when it's a live news thing and you look something up, it'll bombard you with it because it knows
Yeah,
that that's what's
definitely.
relevant. And that's how things get blown completely out of proportion. Like forget like all like real crime. I'm talking about like drama, like media drama. Bro, that's how it gets blown out of proportion because then somebody consumes that all day long for an entire day and they start yapping about it with their friends and then they go on podcasts and shit like that. So I don't know. X, it's kind of like turns shit into unhealthy situations at times.
But it's like you're trying to scroll X and you're like, okay, getting the highlights for the football games or whatever. You're trying to just get some news. This is the weirdest thing about X for me is that like when I want like news about Inter or whatever, I'm looking for Inter tweets. I get nothing but news. I get no Inter tweets. But then when it's like, okay, something actually happening, I'm like, it's all Inter tweets.
There's the intertweets.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it does
Goes in
work, sometimes
cycles.
it doesn't. Yeah.
And bro, what pisses me off in general about media right now is something like the recent discovery that NASA made on Mars. Like not
Long-
really a discovery. I mean,
I have to go on YouTube to actually figure that out.
they checked that. They got the I forget what it was called, the rover's name. Discovery? No, it's probably not right. They brought a sample back. They analyzed it for over a year, and now they haven't made conclusive evidence.
Was
but
it a sample or was it a picture of?
No, it was a sample. I think it was a sample.
No, I think it was a. They took a picture of like it. There's like a.
something. It's literally
It's like 3 dots, but those 3 dots are usually always a sign of water.
it's
an indication.
it's literally called literally shit. Like
Yeah.
I listened to what's that guy with the mustache? Neil
Neil
deGrasse
deGrasse
Tyson. And he had someone from NASA that spoke to him and gave him like the whole rundown.
Oh, wow.
And I was like listening to it, and it's basically just biological waste, almost like it's like.
But
feces.
something had to have lived.
Yeah,
For that to happen.
to happen. And I don't get if it's from a picture, then how did they actually figure out which elements are in it?
Because-
But I think the rover has like instruments that it could probably like
Oh.
And it sends
could
back the info
analyze, and
back
it
on-
analyzes
yeah,
the data.
it like pulls a little
That would
arm
make
out,
sense.
takes a little sample.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But just the fact that like it's not conclusive, like they don't know that it's alien life or it was past alien life, but there's nothing else it can point to aside from that.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's more probable that it was than
the
it
process
isn't.
of elimination kind of
And forget all those details, bro. That should on Twitter, like no one
under the rug.
even there was some other big news at the time, but even after that, it wasn't popular, bro. That's way bigger than any fucking
Whatever was happening.
It's
United
just-
Trade tweets.
It's just I feel like X just politicized, like they just shove politics down your throat.
Yeah.
And I mean, it might just. I mean, I'm also interested a bit in politics, so it might just be my personal feed. But I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like anything, like let's say Trump does something, it's gonna be on your feed 24/7.
for sure.
Like it's on your
It's
feed
sad.
24/7.
It's psychological.
Yeah.
But it's sad, and it's unfortunately will not unless you get off the application. The application won't change.
Yeah.
But I think that's just me. I think it's a good representation of just media in general that it's like extremely clickbaity. Like when you get tweets about certain like world events, something in the United States happening, and it's the person that's tweeting it or the page that's tweeting it is never neutral.
Yeah.
pointing one way or the other.
For sure.
And then their captions are pointed in that direction. And a lot of times that I notice is that the captions don't necessarily reflect the video sometimes. So it's like you read the caption, but you don't actually watch the video. Like you see it moving, but it's on mute. You
Then
know?
you assume the rest.
So you assume the rest, but really, like, it could be two different things. So, like, I really think that it's really taking like a clickbait kind of direction, and that's with just general media too. It's a clickbait direction.
In my personal opinion, is the main driver of, bro, the U.S. There's such a big, great divide between right and left.
It makes
and
me
I
definitely
feel like,
doesn't help it.
yeah,
It
like
definitely doesn't
like
help it.
like the I feel like people are always trying to clip farm. So like they use like
all it is.
really, let's say, violent or extreme words when they're just trying to, like, it's just a regular like situation.
Like it's a debate, and it's like he just owned her, like he just destroyed him, and it's just like, okay, it was just a conversation.
No,
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think it's. You guys think it's gonna get better? I don't think so.
No.
I think
Make
it's
it worse.
only gonna continue to go downhill from here because
Done regularly.
news has been like Fox and CNN. All these people have been doing this shit for years. It's just now it got to mainstream media.
Yeah.
Because now we're the ones that are putting the titles.
Yeah.
For CNN and Fox.
Yeah, just the fact that we're consuming news on Twitter, TikTok, or whatever,
Yeah.
like at least the younger generation is, like,
Not even from reliable sources.
not
either.
good. Not good.
Who are the reliable sources anymore, bro?
That's
Yeah.
why.
Real.
Just you always gotta stay like vigilant of
Yeah.
who's tweeting, what are they tweeting about, what's the
Bro, the issue is that you can't
Gotta
even
take
tell.
time.
You can't tell nowadays what's reliable and what's not, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like just going back 20 years, the Iraq War. Like everyone's releasing. Oh, they have weapons of mass destruction.
WMDs,
Now,
they never
20
had
years
it.
later, we know that shit never happened. You know, so it's like
We know that.
and that was from the
We do
government.
know that.
And that was from the government.
Like
So it's
they're
crazy.
they're spewing out false information, but only with time do you realize, oh, okay, like that was false.
But that shit would never. That shit can't
Fox.
happen anymore, unfortunately.
You say that, but I do think there is a lot of coercion also behind the scenes that we don't know about.
I think as we get further and further, there will be less and less of that because like too many people know, like too many people are able to get the inside scoop. Before it was just
Yeah.
a small portion, a small table of people that were able to control what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Where they could have told us literally anything. They could have told us there's a genocide on a random island in the Caribbean and we need to send the entire military and everyone would be like, oh, let's go fuck them up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. You don't
No,
know.
we don't know.
And they could fake some pictures of like a guy on that island with a nuclear weapon, you know? Like, we don't know. But now I feel like there's pros and cons.
There's a lot more skeptics,
Yeah.
I think. There's a lot of people that are always going to try to debunk something.
But it just leads to a big divide that, in my personal opinion, like we shouldn't have. Like
Yeah.
like
it's utopia.
everyone. No, but it's not utopia. We have to, like, we are Canadian. Everyone should love being Canadian.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
Like, put that above everything else, and then
Fuck that, bro. Forget Canadian, human.
yeah,
Just
that
human.
too.
Bro, you want to tackle, like, bro, if a nuke goes off, bro, you're ruining our Earth. Like,
everyone.
Everyone's Earth. Like, that should
Very
be a
selfish
problem
decision.
for everyone. It's definitely a
Yeah.
selfish decision. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you're in a relationship, you know, like, it shouldn't be like you, like, oh, but you said this, and then the person hits you with, you said this.
Yeah.
No, but you should be working together to solve the solution,
Yeah, I
not
agree.
two different parties.
But also, I'm of the
It's a
big
toxic-ass
I'm of a big belief that I don't know if you guys have ever looked into the dead internet theory.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of that?
I saw a YouTube video with
What is it?
it was the snake, but it was eating itself.
Basically, and I mean, this is information from an FBI, but whatever. You can just take it with a grain of salt. It
whistleblower?
might be. I don't know. Like, he used to work at the FBI, so I don't know if
So
it's a
he's a
whistleblower
whistleblower.
or anything. But he take it with a grain of salt because the number may have been exaggerated just for like news or whatever. But 80% of the people that are replying and stuff
Oh,
to
yeah, I
comments
heard
are
about
all
that.
bots.
Bots?
Yeah,
You're not
bots.
interacting with real people. So it's like
I don't believe that.
but I honestly
I could
believe
see
it.
it.
Maybe not 80%, but there's a big portion of bots underneath every single post.
You could tell. You could just tell.
Bro, 100%.
Where are these bots in the BOX2BOX?
But we
But
only
you
have
see,
goats.
we have, but it's small stuff like you could tell that. Look, I'm not trying to say like you could tell our shit ain't fake, but like compare our comment section and go to, like, let's say another YouTuber. But a lot of YouTubers are for real. But let's say go to some
go to X.
some really big YouTubers. Go to their comment section. You're gonna be able to tell the difference between like the genuineness of the comments.
Yeah, but it's probably even a ratio. Like some obviously, if you're bigger, you're gonna have more bots,
Yeah,
which is normal.
Maybe YouTube maybe even YouTube pushes that. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's supposedly a lot of governments are getting involved in because, like it or not,
Meddling.
social media determines the narrative of a situation.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're inflating value at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
So like a lot of governments are investing for bots to determine social media directly influences elections in North America.
Yeah.
So honestly, everywhere around the world. So like it's worth it for, let's say, Russia to invest money into a U.S. election or something like that. Like it's
Yeah,
worth
crazy.
I have one last question. It's a yes or no question, and then we get to actual football. I don't know why we got political today. It's just one of those days, I guess.
One of those days.
If you guys can go back and make it so that social media would have never existed. No,
No.
TikTok, no Instagram, no Snapchat, no X.
You watched the Matthew McConaughey, Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
saw that.
You know
I
what?
saw
I'm
that.
Because they
watching
spoke
it.
about that also
Are you
on
serious?
the podcast.
Because I'm watching
Yeah.
it right now, but I'm only at like minute 45, so I don't know if they speak to it.
They speak
afterwards.
about that. I don't. I
would say no.
personally no because I don't know. I feel like I'm an aware social media user,
Okay.
so I can cut through the bullshit versus the truth, and I don't really like sometimes on our comments the videos the comments are negative, the comments are positive, but I don't get affected by that. So like
Yeah.
for me, it's like social media is only a benefit in my life.
It's like
You?
the same. Yeah, I would agree with him because it's like the same conversation with AI. Like, are you gonna stop AI from happening, even though it like helps certain things, it helps with productivity, or are you just gonna cut it off? Like at the end of the day, it's so beneficial that you need it.
But it's only
and there's
beneficial-
there's ways of managing it.
I find it's only beneficial because of the problems that we've created. You know, if there was never any bias in journalism, we would have never needed social media. If there were never commercials on TV, then we wouldn't need media platforms, like streaming media platforms. Like we create problems and then we create solutions to those
Yeah,
problems.
but
Then
we've never
we-
been more connected in
if
our,
we-
and,
if-
and no
if we-
generation has ever been connected.
Yeah, that's
if we
that's
didn't
it.
have, we were literally
I don't
just
like to
speaking
be
about it 2
connected.
seconds ago.
No, I think it's important.
Without social
It's-
media,
it creates every problem to be your problem.
without social media, we wouldn't have access to the information that we do today, and we'd be controlled by the like big 5 media conglomerates.
Sure.
Yeah.
Still are, so
Ignorance
to
is bliss, my
somewhat.
friend.
Yeah, but,
Might be
but
better to
again,
be
is
that
that
way.
is that better? I don't know.
It's not better because we know that it's not better. But if we didn't know that it was better, then how would we ever know what's on the other side of the rainbow? Like it's not there for us.
Yeah, but-
Anyway,
but to
I
know
would
there's something.
one thing I would do would make myself get never addicted to social media. Because anybody watching right now, probably 99% of you, and all 4 of us here and 5, we are all addicted to social media.
Yeah.
But
We're
it-
all
but
heavily
any addiction
heavily
is
addicted.
bad.
We are. This is a worse addiction than maybe not. I'm saying it's benefits or whatever is cons, but we are addicted at a very very high level.
But it's
Yeah.
it's just like any other addiction. If you know how to control it, then it's not.
You don't. I don't.
I know. I'm once again my addiction to social media. I'm not consuming really content that will like ruin my mood. So like it's not affecting my mental.
It's affecting your brain.
It might be affecting what I think of certain things, but it's not affecting my mood.
It's affecting
Like-
your dopamine. It's affecting how your brain.
100%. But
Receives
everyone is
information.
addicted to something. I don't give a fuck. Some people say,
Sure.
"Oh, I'm not addicted." So
Sure.
You're addicted to something.
Somebody likes a cigar on
Billionaires
the
are addicted to
weekend.
making money.
Yeah.
Like there's like people are always addicted to something. So it's just what are you addicted to? I'm obviously addicted to social media, so it's good that we do this as our full-time job because like I'm literally
very
working on my
unproductive.
addiction. But you like it is for me. I realize that what I'm reading on social media, some of it like is an act. Like I know to separate the bullshit from the real. So I still I don't know. I don't let like let's say a bad tweet ruin my day or something.
Yeah.
Like, that. Like it doesn't.
But that's not the cons that I'm talking about. I'm talking about like what it's doing to your brain. People are not able to sit and have conversations. People can't sit in a waiting room at a doctor's office and just speak to the person next to them. It's ruining the way we interact. And there's a portion of society that
You're
doesn't
saying
even
ruining.
doesn't even
It's just
interact.
different.
They don't even interact
yeah.
anymore.
That's people who get too into it. That's their life.
They love their comfort zone so much. They say, "Fuck that! My life is now on social
Yeah.
media. My life is now on the web instead of in real life." Like before, those people were forced to get out of their comfort zone. I know there's pros and cons, but bro, overall, this is cooking us more than any crisis.
Yeah, but we're always going to take this turn though, because at the end of the day, the whole world kind of shifted to digital at a certain point, you know? So either way, there was always going to be a screen in front of your face the whole time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like maybe back in the like, I don't know, early 1900s or something like that when it was just newspapers, but like you weren't dealing with digital stuff. But once you're starting dealing like in the 80s, 90s to even 2000s, it's like everything was digital. like, and that was just the way society progressed to. So it's different medias, I find. Because,
Maybe it's my
again,
personal experience.
yeah, that we all had
Everyone's
experiences.
experiences lead to what their beliefs are. But like, I envy the simple life that my grandfather had. Let's say,
Yes,
where
but
it was literally just like a farm in Italy. Like that simplicity. There's beauty to that simplicity.
Yes, but like it or not, you can't live that life anymore.
I know.
The technology has gone too far. Our kids are gonna have AI, and we're gonna be probably forced to use AI, or else we're gonna be left behind.
Bro, jobs. People are gonna probably be working in augmented reality or VR. They're gonna have virtual meetings. Like, if we don't know how to use that shit, we're just gonna be behind.
100%.
Yeah, well,
Bro, you put on AR goggles and you just start typing.
But that's why for me, this is just for me. I always look forward to the future. Like I don't have like, oh, we're getting more into social media. That's depressing. I actually think of it as like, I try and spin it as a positive, that it's like, oh, you know, like we're gonna become a lot more productive. AI is gonna help us. Like I should learn AI because that's gonna be the future.
But what's
of
the bigger picture, Varvar? The bigger picture, why do we need to become more productive? Like, why do we need to become better robots? Why?
But that's what we've done as a society since.
I know,
the
but you're
time.
saying like you look forward and you see it as positive. Like, we're going to be more productive. But like, what's the bigger picture? What's like, you know, like why?
Yeah, well,
why
get
need
to
to become more
to be better.
productive?
find solutions faster.
But why do we need to be more productive as a society?
Better life.
we
Does it
we
help
ourselves
better life?
we ourselves
Depends, I guess.
Think of it
Like,
like,
the statistics aren't saying that we're leading to a better life. People are more depressed than they ever are.
well, that's
That's
not
also
in North
socioeconomic status.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also economic factor.
I think it's all one.
I don't
factor.
think necessarily it's.
we're
social media.
all for. This is gonna sound very. I'm pausing in advance. We're all for oranges, okay? And the goal of our lives is to push out as much like juice as possible.
like a life gives you lemons
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, it's like we are all oranges that
I
have
get what you're
an infinite amount of juice,
Oh,
and we're all
we are
just
the
trying
orange.
we're trying to push out as much juice as possible out of our lives.
Yeah, if you think the point of your existence is to push out juice, yeah.
That's what I think it is.
And see.
So do we pause that or?
We can end on that.
No, I mean like
Actually,
that's-
wait,
that might be a pause.
No, but it was pretty. Now
Yeah.
I just thought, yeah,
The
it's pretty.
juice.
Yeah, that is their point.
Yeah,
in
we
life.
can.
How much
whatever.
juice can you squeeze?
I don't know. That's a philosophical question. This is
How much
like
juice?
Socrates.
Yeah, you're right.
Pluto.
Realistically, how much juice have you squeezed in a very productive day?
You know, you've never got all the juice out of an orange. Like you've taken the limit. You can never get to the full. Anyway, this morning I had fresh squeezed orange juice from Jean Talon Market.
Oh, tabarnak.
Oh, that shit was gas.
It's always gas, bro.
No pulp though. I don't know who bought that, but it was double filtered.
I
like
said no pulp. What is
No,
it? No pulp
sham
or
pulp.
Sham
half
pulp.
pulp?
I
Sham
want
pulp.
sham pulp.
This
Sham
is with
pulp.
pulp. Ni sham pulp.
I made that reference this morning.
Needed.
But yeah, we can get into the football.
Yeah. So if you guys skipped that, welcome to the football portion of the podcast.
There's always that
Exactly.
one guy in the comment section underneath the YouTube that says,
We don't give a
"Start
fuck."
football talk."
Yeah.
Football talk.
we don't give a
starts
fuck
at-
By
about
the way,
your personal life.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. I mean, I don't think we've ever said that. And
We're-
also,
We're close to 30,000.
yeah, we're
subs.
closing in
That's
on
very-
30,000
that's very, very
subs
good.
on YouTube. And also, we don't usually mention this, but this week, I feel like we should mention it. The YouTube video that came out this week,
My favorite.
I think is my favorite YouTube video that we might have ever released on the channel.
Agreed.
So if you guys do want to go watch that, also we did, if you're more of the football opinionated talk, we also did release our Ballon d'Or rankings. So
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or ceremonies on Monday, so probably
Today.
the day that you're listening or a couple days ago, we have our full rankings there. You could also check that out. But the jersey kit one,
Bro, this shit was crazy.
it was
Shout out
my
Di
favorite.
Paola.
Yeah.
Daniel killed. Honestly,
real.
the thumbnail, like the more I'm looking at it, I really like it. The video was great.
Yeah, shout out Apple.
Shout out
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah, cameraman Apple. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, everything went. Usually, like when we do these bigger production videos, you always leave with, oh, okay, we could have done this thing better. Like we something like
Always
always
no
this
improve.
small
Normal,
thing
you know?
you could say we could have done better. This video, obviously there's some stuff you could like. You can always point to one thing you could do better, but this was like our closest to perfection, I think,
Yeah.
on the channel. So
It's like
Felt like an
extremely-
upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely
Maybe it won't
satisfying
be a
video.
fan favorite, maybe not. But
everyone,
it's a-
every comment says it's
Yeah.
one of their favorite box.
but it's,
box videos,
it's
not the
definitely like
favorite.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you
No,
guys go
definitely.
watch
Check that
it.
out. We're proud of
Basically,
it.
it was we had 50 mystery kit boxes, and we built our teams around those 50 kit mystery boxes. And yeah, just shout out to I felt like we did a good job. So
Yeah,
thumbs up
sir.
to everyone
Honestly,
on
yeah.
the box to box team.
And considering, like, listen, behind the scenes, little scoop there, like, man, what time did we even finish at, bro?
That was a late one.
That was
you
a
could see it
late
from the windows in the back.
Yeah, that
It's
room was dark. That room was dark.
I think we ended up leaving that night
About
at
1:30?
midnight or
1:30?
1:30.
I think it was
Yeah, no,
close
it
to
was-
I
one.
remember we
Past
had
one.
the shoot after.
Yeah.
of the merch.
Yeah, we had merch too after.
Yeah, that day we were in the studio from 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. till like 2 a.m. or whatever.
That was honestly, it was a very fun day. I could look back and I'm like, yeah, that was a
Very
fun day.
productive.
Because we also did the FPL draft that
Yeah,
day too. So
yeah.
it was like,
A lot of brain power.
Yeah,
I should
because
say.
people
Yeah.
when they were leaving the FBL draft were asking me like, "Oh, what time do you think you're gonna finish tonight?" I was like,
couple
probably,
more
probably
hours.
like 10, 10:30.
yeah, like it's only a video with us four, so it should be fun.
Fast forward 1 a.m.
Because it's like you're trying to
the
solve problems as they go. We're like, oh my god, how do we get this overhead shot that we
Yeah.
want?
Mount a
You guys-
$20,000
you
camera to a roof.
You
Yeah, how
guys
do we do
only
that?
see the finished product, but like before, we're like, okay, we know we want to have an overhead shot that shows our team with the jerseys and stuff. It's gonna be really nice. But then you're like, oh, okay, that's gonna look nice. But how the fuck do you even do that?
Yeah.
We're
So
getting
then-
ladders.
So then we're getting ladders. We're
But the
attaching
ladder
the camera.
doesn't fit underneath
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
it
trying
was,
to put
it
it
was
sideways.
really
Yeah.
it was like a Jenga game that you had to like figure out how the pieces work together.
No, this
but
is
it was honestly
worth
came out
it.
perfect.
Yeah, I
extremely
agree.
satisfying. Like just putting it on your like on the TV, sitting down, just taking it and be
agree.
like, okay, let's see the final product, and it was just like
Yeah.
exactly how you pictured it in your head. So like,
And I
I'm really
mean,
happy with how
we
it went.
just one more little plug. We do have a Patreon video coming out soon on Patreon that was also a lot of
Yeah, it
fun
was
to
a banger.
record.
Yeah, that was fun.
All four of us drafted teams, and we had to pick players from Milan, Juventus, Man United, and Inter. So it got really like
and
debatable.
we had to pick 2 players from each of the teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Which was
no matter
really
how much
tough.
bias you got, you still got to pick 2 players from Milan and the rest of the
like
guys.
Yeah.
what club was the hardest to find players for?
Man United.
Man United.
Juventus, Juve,
Man United,
Man
bro.
United.
Juventus.
Apart from
Actually,
your
no,
attack, you have no
probably
one.
Milan.
For me, AC Milan because
No.
I waited really, really late for
Yeah,
my last one.
if you waited later, it
When
was
all
way
the good
harder.
And you
players.
guys can't. You guys would not believe who Ferms picked first. You would not.
his third overall pick.
believe.
You
The
guys
third
keep
overall
ripping
pick.
it, but the fans will agree with me.
Whatever. They can let us know on
They will
Patreon.
agree with
That
me.
was insane. Whatever.
Really,
So after this week, there was a big topic conversation we wanted to have right before we go into power rankings. I know we're a bit so we can fast track this conversation, but what I've realized in the first 5 game weeks of because we play FPL, we've been seeing, oh, okay, who are the top point getters in FPL this season so far? If you look at the top, like 80% of them are all defenders.
Yeah.
So this led to the question that I have, and I looked up a couple stats before. The Premier League, in my personal opinion, is having a big entertainment issue, and I don't know. Palace says it's a blip. I agree. It could be just a blip in the radar that, okay, the first 5 games, it's like extreme sample size. The next 5 games, we're going to see a lot of goals and it's going to balance out to, because I looked it up. Last year, we averaged 3.1 or 3.2 goals per game in every game. This year, we're down to 2.4.
I have a theory.
That's almost a whole goal a game. That's a lot.
It actually it's substantial. Like that's not, even if it's a blip, that's enough to like look into the stats because. Well, I mean, it's just one, but it's one of what 3 point. What did you say it was the average?
3.1 to 2.4. That's almost
Yeah.
a goal a game. That's
Yeah,
a lot.
that is a lot. I think, and I'd be interested to see if anyone knows to check every time there was a World Cup year. Look at the beginning of the prior year to the World Cup. I found just watching the games from my experience that because of international break, teams came back non-cohesive motivation. Momentum was killed.
And Club World Cup this summer.
And Club World Cup. But because the international breaks are so important, players are actually trying their hardest to make the World Cup for next summer. The Italy players that went, like, we scored, what was a 5-4 game versus Israel? Like, that was a tough game.
I would want a player to clarify on this because speaking, like, just Cole Palmer this past couple weeks, Maresca said since the beginning of the season in Club World Cup, he's been dealing with a groin injury. Okay. Then why did you go play with England? Like, why did you go play with England?
They're forced to.
But,
No, they're not necessarily
but
forced
Is it
to.
not in the best interest of England also that Palmer, okay, you
It
can
is,
go
yeah.
call up this is just off the top of my head, like an Amari Hutchinson, even though, or a Harvey Elliott or some shit, that like, yes, obviously he's worse than Cole Palmer, but you still should be beating the teams that you're playing.
Maybe they're
you know?
trying to guarantee
Yeah.
their spot on the
Cole
starting
Palmer
lineup.
has a guaranteed spot, probably.
Yeah, but not
Starting 11?
necessarily considering the talent. And also, you add on to
Cole Palmer doesn't have a guaranteed spot.
Jude
I
Bellingham,
would say he does,
Declan Rice.
but there's so much talent that your spot is
it's a
it's
midfield
completely
three.
competitive.
Starting spot, sure, but he definitely makes that squad. Definitely makes a World Cup squad.
Should.
For sure, but I'm saying
Yeah.
the starting spot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
an injured Cole Palmer benefits no one.
Yeah.
But also factor in that, say you don't want to go to that international break, forget it, World Cup or Euros, it's like just a normal international break. You say that you're injured, you're not going to go. Everyone's going to use that excuse now.
But if you're actually injured like Cole Palmer, you should not be going on international break.
But he looks like he wants to keep playing even with the injury.
But that's when you as a manager need to step in and be like,
Yeah.
That's
you
what
know,
he did.
like we're playing the
only like
long game here.
23.
Yeah.
We're going for Premier Leagues. We're going for Champions League. We're going for even England. We're going for the World Cup this year. Like these games right now are not necessary.
But I think we saw it with the Man United game when he got yanked at like the 25th minute. Maybe
I don't
because of the
even think it
red
was
card.
25th.
Maybe it was earlier. Maybe it was because of the red card. But clearly he was like, with the Kobe Mino conversation, like he didn't want to get subbed off. But bro, you're hurt. Like,
Yes.
you know.
But I would be interested to hear a player's POV on that because
Anyway, if you're a player, comment down below.
yeah, exactly.
If you're a player that plays in the Premier League, tell us
Comment
why.
down below.
Tell us why the goals have went down this
But
season.
yeah, but my personal theory is that the attacking talent in the league is so good. Even the bottom teams have two or three players that you're going like, holy shit, like that's a serious winger or that's a serious attacking midfielder that you can't afford space to. So everyone nowadays is just doing the Arteta meta of just sit back and then we'll score one goal and
But
like
they all have attackers. If you're saying they all have attackers, then why don't they all attack? And why isn't there one manager like
Because-
Ange last season that just said we're gonna score more goals than you?
because look at what that did for Ange. That literally brought him to
Everyone got
17th
injured.
I know,
place.
but 20 managers.
Ange scored a shit ton of goals, but they conceded as many goals.
I guess look at Bournemouths, the Forests, like that have solid defenses.
Yes.
They're the ones that are
The
succeeding.
more
in the Prem.
attacking teams have, and this is just statistics, the more attacking teams have higher variance. So yes, you might outplay them, but you leave yourself susceptible to this smash and grab game that you're going to get 2-1, then they only had 2 shots on target or something like that.
Yeah.
On Arteta, you won't even get the shots on target that you will need to score.
Yeah.
So the variance goes down. You're gonna get more reliable results. But at what point do we as a league, like this for me, was very, if I'm a casual watching,
Oh, it was
bro,
horrendous.
fucking boring.
this is-
But I'd be curious to see if like the goals scored have decreased through the years because the quality has gone up. Like it could just be that. Yeah, it's just probably the most competitive the Premier League has ever been. Bro, look at Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal. They all Chelsea. They all revolutionized their teams.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there's like so much movement that, bro, the league is the most competitive it's ever been.
It just, for me, it feels like I'm watching these teams and it doesn't feel like they're like putting like their full like foot on the gas pedal sometimes. Like it really, like the game swings. Like it's all about game state for them. And sometimes it's like there's periods where they're really sitting back and they try to find their opportunities. Like I could see why you guys say it's not as exciting, but at the end of the day, like if you're gonna think that World Cup is a factor, let's say, or those international friendlies are a factor, like it is a plausible reason.
I also-
a lot of these players don't want to get injured.
I
at the end of
also
the day,
feel
too.
that in past years, the physical level of the Prem, it was high, but now I feel like every player in the Prem can do a full 90, no issue, and by minute 90, they're still not tired. I feel like back then, players would get tired at minute 60, 70, and then space would start opening up, and then you start getting more goals around then.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays the physical level is so high that by minute 90, players are still fully there. They're still fully like
I was actually
physically
having
there.
that. I was having that thought recently because I was watching a Juve game. Like, you know, Juve had a 4-4. The other game, like, bro, like a guy like Yildiz, and I saw him like in the 85th minute. Like he's sprint down the line, battling shoulder to shoulder. Like that shit takes a lot out of you. And I'm seeing huffing and puffing. You wait like a minute and a half, guys back to running full sprints.
Yeah.
Bro, these guys, their cardio,
The physical level of the sport has never been higher.
Yeah.
And that's what I say about physical level is so important, because if you have players that get tired at 70 minutes or 80 minutes, like an Enzo Fernandez. Well, Enzo Fernandez actually plays 90 minutes week in, week out. But like a Baleba this year, after he always gets yanked around the 50, 60th minute because his coach deems that either he's not playing well or the physical fitness levels are not there to get a full 90 every
But it
single
also
week.
boils down to squad depth. Like at the 60th minute, Arsenal subbed on Saka and Eze. Like it's just insane quality to sub on. So if you have those players on the bench at the 60th minute, just make the change.
Yeah.
You're gonna have better players and fresher players.
Yeah, you got to give those players time to also
Yeah.
like acclimatize to the game too.
Yeah.
If you throw a player too late in the game, it's
Like Savinho
They're
got
cold.
3 minutes today. What the
Like,
fuck's
what is he
do
gonna do
in
with 3 minutes?
Well, Rio scores a
That-
brace.
That was more of a pep thing though. I don't know what he was doing that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Really
wondering
weird.
when he's going to introduce Savinho, because you rejected a 70 mil pound bid from Spurs for Savinho.
Yeah, come on.
But are you going to use him?
Even he subbed off Haaland for Nico
And
Gonzalez.
what's
Yeah.
weird today is that, I mean, I don't know how it played in game, but like Bernardo Silva was out wide and Foden was kind of like the midfield too. With
No,
Rangers.
Foden started out wide and Bernardo in the middle.
Like on paper.
They probably rotate a shit
yeah.
ton in game.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
But yeah, and also one more thing. Like I feel like the amount of draws that we've seen this season is
Bro,
ridiculous.
1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1.
again,
Bro, the whole from like second place to like 15th, I feel like every team has draws.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Crystal Palace are in what, 4th place or 5th place? They have
Yeah.
3 draws. So
Yeah.
it's like how many draws are you gonna see?
I
in
think
the
it's just
Premier League?
competitive. It's the most competitive league.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but be competitive.
we as a
and
league,
2-2, like the Brighton Spurs
Like,
game
I think-
was a
Yeah,
banger.
it was a good game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a tie.
the Prem needs to has to have the foundation that it needs to be entertaining. Like it or not, people will not watch if it's not entertaining. Yeah, competitive. If it's not entertaining, no one gives a shit.
Depends what entertainment is, but
Entertainment's not what we watched in fucking Arsenal. Man
No.
City. That's not what entertaining.
Whoever scores the first goal gets 10 million.
Entertainment's not Bournemouth Newcastle that I watched this morning. Like these games
so
are
for
just
you,
objectively
entertainment is
not-
goals, though.
Like it or not, to 98% of people watching, it is. Yeah.
Do you think if
Should
the
watch
Premier League,
Bundesliga then.
do you think if the Premier League gave an extra, let's say 2-3 million, if you scored the first goal in a match, do you think we would see a shift in clubs like Brighton that look for profits? Do you think we would see a shift in the way in their play style?
They'd have
Yeah.
to give 38 million over the course of the season, right? 30, no,
That's a
is it 30? Whatever, how many
it's
games
like
there is
what
in
you
the
said
Prem.
per goal
Yeah, there's a lot of games.
or
in
per
the Prem.
game.
Whoever scores first, let's say there's 1 million, there's 1 million per game, 1 million pounds. Whoever scores the first goal gets that million.
The most entertaining game of the you do the Dana White. Most entertaining game of the weekend, you get $1 million
Yeah.
both.
You get to wear gold jerseys next.
Yeah, yeah. But
bad
Crazy
what is it,
incentive.
The mother baddest
BMF.
the BMF.
That is
belt.
motherfucker.
Just an idea, bro. Premier League. If you're listening to this, you guys can take that idea. I'll give you that one for free. Next one's gonna, next one's gonna cost you.
and this could actually be the last point. But North American sports, the beauty of it is that if you tie, you go to overtime. So it actually makes it more entertaining if
Yep.
you're tying.
Yeah.
This in we have no alternative. You draw, which is like the worst outcome possible. I think. Like obviously there's losing, but there's also the other side to losing, which is winning. So it's like the worst outcome is drawing. I feel
But
like
regular
drawing is
season
both
football,
teams lose.
NFL regular season. If you draw,
You go to
it
overtime.
goes to
Yeah.
overtime, but is it different rules than the
You have 5
playoff
minutes.
overtime?
You could tie theoretically, but you have 5 minutes where if they score a touchdown, you automatically lose. So
What
it's
happens
like
if both teams don't get any points?
then it's a draw. Then it's a tie.
Then it's a draw.
Oh.
But you still went to overtime, so there's still like that adrenaline.
There's an opportunity. I don't know. Yeah, but those players would be so
Those are
bad.
hype. But is it whoever gets the first? Is it college rules? Is it whoever gets the first touchdown?
So basically, in the NFL now,
Do a coin
it
flip,
used
no?
to be that rule. So now they coin flip.
They coin flip.
If if they get a touchdown in overtime, does it finish the game or not? Or the other team has a chance to respond?
Pretty sure they can go back.
No, I remember in the past, it used to be whichever team scores
Scored a
first.
touchdown?
Yeah,
No,
Scores
even
for
a,
score,
even
yeah,
a field goal.
A touchdown, I think wins it. Field goal,
You get
a-
the opportunity
Yeah, you get
to
the
the other
opportunity.
team to match now.
That's
Yeah.
and that's college rules.
No,
I don't remember
college
about
rules
college.
is they both start on the 25-yard line or whatever, and
They both have
go
4
band
downs.
for band. College overtime's insane because some of them end up going like 8-9 overtimes. It's actually insane.
Cool.
But yeah, that was our entertainment rant on the Prem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have the
Power ranking.
power rankings.
This is a full episode, man. Holy.
Yeah, I
like it.
like
I'm having
today's
Power rank
first,
is my favorite
How
pod.
many minutes we into?
Probably an hour.
Today was today was a banger first 40. I can't cap.
for real.
Let's make it a banger.
Now let's rage bait each other.
Now
Okay.
the bangers begin.
So now, first power rankings of the season. This is all we haven't done one this season so far. So this is from the beginning of the season.
Yeah. We've done a preseason
Yeah,
power ranking.
preseason. But
Yeah.
so
Not
this
during the
includes
season.
all the first Champions League game, the cup game of if you want to put Man United, Grimsby Man United.
We won't be talking about that, don't worry.
But it includes the cup games, it includes Champions League game, it includes the first 5 game weeks of Prem, 4 game weeks of City A, whatever. It includes every game so far. So who wants to start?
I know Varvar has an exotic one
With the 10?
because I heard about it, but I will have one that I don't know if you three have it. I have Inter at 10.
I don't have Inter at all.
No,
I have Inter at
not-
10.
You
not
have
my
Inter
top
at 10
10.
as
I have
well.
Inter at 10.
Listen,
Why?
That's
You-
where they are in City A is 10.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious?
Okay, we're going to talk about Manchester United are 11th.
Are Man United on my power rankings?
Are you trying to
no.
compare?
Yeah,
Man
we
United
also
and-
no, but what I'm saying
so
is
the standards have dropped, is what I'm hearing.
no. What I'm saying is that you know
know
that
what you're saying.
you know that you're like a point or two away from like a top 4.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
you're
saying.
not.
Yes, we are.
So Man
No,
United's
you're
on
not.
track to make
You have
top
2
4.
losses.
Yeah, we're 2 points off from like the top 5. Like for me right now, the table does not mean anything.
I agree.
For
but,
now.
But the point is that Inter have not looked super convincing this season.
But
so far.
that
Honestly,
isn't-
no. Since the Ajax game, like Ajax, it was a comfortable win, and that was a Champions League game with a lot of pressure. We 2-0, easy. Like that team
But
played
it's
very
Ajax.
well.
At the end of the day,
Ajax
like
is
they're
a-
not-
Ajax is a higher level than a lot of other teams have played. Realistically,
I disagree
all.
nowadays.
Sassuolo is a
Ajax
lower
in the
level.
Prem is what, Brentford? Even lower potentially.
Yeah.
Ajax gets relegated in the Prem.
Yeah, I actually agree.
But in the end of the day,
not kidding.
in Champions League, they are a quality side. So I thought they played very, very well.
in
I think we
recent times.
responded well from the Juve game. Juve game was a blip in my opinion. So
But it
I
hurts your
think,
players' feelings, I think.
well, listen, it's PTSD definitely. but we responded really well. Sassuolo, we responded well too. Like
Skip
I think
over the Udinese loss.
yeah, that was a long time ago.
I think if we extended it
Still
to
part of the season.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but
100%.
it's at a different point.
But that still shows that you could have those off days.
I personally
Yeah,
don't think
definitely.
Inter
That
should
was-
be in this. They don't look
I
as
agree,
strong
no.
as they used to
Okay,
be.
I have a
They
question.
could bounce back.
Who's your 10?
Well, now I feel like
Soft launch it.
I'm a hipster. I went to Bournemouth because Bournemouth has started the season like exceeding expectations.
Yeah.
I've said Iraola is an amazing manager. They've beaten Spurs. They're currently top four, I
Four.
believe.
Or third, I
I'm not
think.
gonna lie, Ferms. I thought about it, so
but it is very
Yeah,
hipster.
I think it's fair. I think
But
it's
that
fair.
leads to my question. Tomorrow, if Arsenal's playing Bournemouth or Arsenal's playing Inter, if Bayern are playing Bournemouth or Bayern are playing Inter, I take Inter in every single one of those matchups.
But that's not how power rankings
You're
go.
taking Arsenal over Inter.
I'm taking Inter over Bournemouth in every single
You're
one.
Yeah,
taking
that's
Inter over
I know
Arsenal.
what he meant. I know what he meant.
Honestly, Bournemouth Inter, I would be interested to see. A
But
game
see, we're
tomorrow.
just lying now. Now we're just lying.
No.
Inter have showed their European pedigree. I don't even know why
Okay.
I'm backing them up
I
right
will-
now.
you're-
Bournemouth is just,
Yeah.
over Inter is to me is just
Yeah,
stupid.
like, I
no,
don't know.
bro,
It's
this
just
is
stupid.
not how power rankings
but-
go.
but
It
it's
is
not
how power
stupid.
rankings
No,
go.
power rankings is not a head-to-head. Obviously,
It's
Inter's a
power-
better
Ferms,
team
it's
than Bournemouth.
power rankings.
How much
You do
emphasis
not
are you
know how
putting
power
on
rankings
last
go.
You
season?
Still.
don't consume any other power rankings content.
Yes, I do.
Power
What?
rankings do not work like
But
whatever
how much,
you think.
How much emphasis are you putting on last season?
Bro, I don't give a shit. If Inter play any of the teams below them,
Bro.
11 to 100, they beat every single one of them.
I'm gonna
Why
keep
did they
saying
lose to
this.
Udinese?
I understand.
So I should
There's
put
weight
Udinese
on
over
it.
them.
I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
so,
That's your logic.
so Grimsby is over Manchester United.
That's your logic.
No, because I
Grimsby
watched
actually
the games
won in
I
the
watched.
next.
No, but what he's
Grimsby
doing-
actually beat Sheffield Wednesday the next round, so they're moving on in the next
Yeah,
round of
that's
the
great.
Power rankings is which team has had the best month. In my eyes, this is how I'm doing it.
That's not
fine.
how. But
But that's how
you
we've
can
been
do
doing it.
But we've never done it that way.
You
That's
do it
your way of
differently.
doing
Okay,
it.
But-
we're
Yeah.
we're
No,
like
no,
a
because-
whole year into this.
Okay,
shit.
but let's-
But he's been
still
doing it the
gonna
wrong
beat the
way.
same
I know,
thing.
it's
Bro,
crazy.
power
Every
rankings
time.
is
Put it down.
in F1. Power rankings is literally power like next week who has the fastest car, not who had the fastest car.
But then,
it's who has the
what's the
fastest
point
car.
of doing it every month?
Because you look, you
It's
get
like
more
a checkpoint.
information.
It's like a
It's a
checkpoint.
checkpoint. And now going forward, what am I saying? I'm not looking back and what am I saying? I'm looking forward and what am I
Okay,
saying?
I'm gonna
No,
just
I
my
don't.
number 10.
These are the top 10 most powerful teams in the world
No,
right now.
my
it's not
number
that.
10. My
It's
number
not.
10.
No,
We've
but
lost
let's,
the- we've completely lost the plot.
let's fucking iron it
Yeah,
down.
we can-
What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
My distribution right now is probably like 25% like last season, the momentum they came into with this season, plus like 75% is probably what I've seen so far this season, personally.
Yeah.
Like for me, Inter obviously smoked Bournemouth on the 25% from last
100%.
season, not even close. But the 75% this year, you could argue Bournemouth has probably been better than Inter so far this
de-
season.
definitely
So
a
for me,
surprise.
it's close. It's close. If I had Inter on my list, it would probably Bournemouth and Inter would probably be around the same range.
But this does not mean that Bournemouth is a better team than Inter.
100%.
It just means they're in better form. They've had fixtures that probably put them in the top 10.
Okay, I
whereas
agree with form. I agree with form.
that's what I'm doing.
But
Yeah, but to
I
say
don't
all form?
the Udinese game and the Juve game, let's say, I don't deduct everything that Inter is because of Udinese and whatever.
I personally don't think Inter has had a good start to the season, so they're not in my top 10.
That's fine.
But they're a strong team. I'm not saying they're not.
But what my reasoning for the 10 is that we've responded the last two games very, very well. We've reverted back to the 3-5-2 and we've played a lot stronger. I think there was a break-in period for Kivu that needed to see if we could play that 3-4-2-1, if we could
Yeah.
play the way he wants to play. Clearly we can't because he plays a very fast-paced type of football and a very like high-pressing type of football that we do not have the players for.
what is so
at all.
special about this Bournemouth season?
Well,
they got smoked by
There's a
Liverpool.
lot of
They didn't
context
get.
for
We
Bournemouth.
remember watching
watched
that
it.
first
Semenyo
game.
They
There
went
wasn't
ban for ban
smoking.
for Liverpool.
Bro, Semenyo scored 2 goals. We were watching that game. Brentford, they lost 2-0 in the EFL Cup, which means what? They're knocked out. They're knocked out
Yeah,
of the
they're
cup.
knocked out.
Look,
Congratulations,
they're
and
top
they
four.
tied to
beginning
Newcastle.
of season, I had Inter 7.
Yeah, I'd enter 7. I think.
No,
as well.
you didn't. You had Inter 8. You had Inter 9, and then you didn't even have Inter on your list. So I don't see how after the first month of the season,
Well, teams in
you're
our
saying
original power rankings
Inter
are not there.
actually are better than what we probably thought in the
Okay,
preseason.
yeah.
There's a reason for that. Let me just pull up the list. 1 second. Atletico Madrid
Yeah.
have dropped out of the list.
Yes.
That's a team that's
but
dropped out
Atletico
of the list.
Madrid historically they're a good team. They're a top 10 team.
but they haven't up until this point. They
Clearly.
still are not good.
Form. And
Okay.
I'm basing it off purely
I
form.
don't see
But even
what's
last year
different.
too,
But what's form? They got
even-
knocked out by Brentford and they lost 4-2
But what's
to
the difference
Liverpool and they
between an
tied
Inter
0-0
beginning
to
of the season and
Newcastle.
Atletico Madrid beginning of the season?
Why is it Newcastle on your
We
team?
responded. better.
Newcastle has had a because I think okay, we're talking
Yeah. Anyways,
Bournemouth has had good performances this season.
This is the first
Like when
time.
I watch them, I'm genuinely scared of playing Bournemouth.
Okay, my number 10, Chelsea. I think Chelsea.
Fair.
They
were close,
came
but
in
didn't
with
make
high
it.
expectations. They've had very good performances this year, but then they also have like, I mean, the Robert Sanchez red card against Man United. You can't really like. That is obviously that has to go into your ranking, but they played 92 minutes, 82 minutes down a man. Well, 30 something man because Casemiro is the biggest stupid idiot I've ever seen in my life. But like that one, whatever you can put the Bayern Munich game, they kind of got embarrassed, like really
Yeah.
outplayed by Bayern Munich. So there are questions, but I still think Chelsea should be considered a top 10 team.
I agree.
in Europe.
I have
Yeah.
them at 9.
Yeah. So I think
I just
again-
couldn't put Inter over,
But again,
them.
Chelsea's form has dipped
yes,
considerably.
100%. But I still take into account what they did in the Club World Cup, what they did last year a bit. So it's not dominating my thing because if it dominated, if I really took a lot of emphasis on last season, you would say, oh, bro, Chelsea are like top 6, top 7.
Yeah.
But no, they started off really terribly, so you have to put them down to 10. And they still do look good in their performances. That's the thing. Like they do look like most games they should have came out with a win.
Yeah,
So-
well, the expectations of Chelsea now is to fight for the
Heat.
title, to do a good showing in the Champions League. Unfortunately, though, for now, like they've started a bit lower than the expectations were. They have excellent players. I'm still fully invested in the stocks of Chelsea, but I don't know. I find even being on this power rankings is a bit.
They don't
egregious.
have a win in the last 3 games. So that is like
That's why.
But against West Ham, against Fulham, they look dominant.
You had them 4th. And you
So-
had them 4th. I had them 7th and
Yeah,
really
so
had
that's
them
why they dropped
5th.
down to 10th for me because they started the season horribly. So
yeah, that's understandable.
who's your 9? He has
That's
Chelsea.
who I forgot. I think I forgot Chelsea.
Whatever. It's not that
okay.
bad to have Chelsea off your list, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like,
Well-
have Inter there is a bit crazy and not Chelsea, but whatever, it's fine.
Well, let's see how crazy this is because obviously I put Inter 10, but had to put Juve 9.
Juve's not on my list.
not-
Juve is not on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
I
a
wrote
little high.
Bellinelli.
It's a little high. It's a
Chelsea's
little
not
high.
on the list, but
But that's why, like, I think Chelsea
Our
probably deserves
considerations
the
are all
better shout.
different.
But honestly, from what I've seen from Juve, better than I would have expected.
You
I
tell
think
them,
that 4-4 versus Dortmund like showed that they do have the ability. Like they obviously have a lot of cracks.
they were down for most of that game, though.
They were down for a lot of that game, but still clawed back. Dusan Vlahovic decided to spin the clock back to his Fiorentina days.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, 1-1 versus Hellas wasn't a great result
And
either.
that's a performance that it wasn't
Yeah.
a Hellas smash and grab. Like,
Yeah.
Hellas probably deserved 3 points.
No, it was a bit of a smash
they
and grab.
did.
It was a bit. It was
You
a
just-
bit.
you
Like it was.
just
It was
told me
So
balanced.
are we
before we
going to look
start
at
that
XG
you
or
didn't
not?
watch the game.
Are we going to look at XG or not? Because
you watch the
XG, you love to bring it up
You
for
watch the
Man
game?
United, XG. It's
You watch
the
the game?
greatest stat of all time.
You watch
For
the game?
Cunha and Embuemo, they're
watch
gonna
the
they're
game?
gonna regress to their XG mean. But
Did you watch
but
the game?
Juventus, it's blasphemous to bring up XG
had a
because
pen.
Hellas Verona had like
Do you
1
know they
point
had a
something.
pen?
Yeah,
Or
I
you
know
didn't
they had a
watch?
pen. But do pens not count, or
You
are we
watch?
supposed to count the pens?
Did you watch the game?
So Juve scored a goal from 0.3 XG. Okay, I got that.
You still didn't answer my question. Did you watch the
anyways,
game?
I watched portions of the game.
Guys,
that's your
Varvar
9?
doesn't watch football. I'm just letting you know Varvar doesn't watch football.
Millie, that's your 9? Juve?
yeah, I think it's a little high, but like there's an argument
For what,
it, I'd
Juve?
say. Yeah,
I have Juve at 9 too. The reason why
I thought
put
I was alone on this.
No, bro.
Bro, they actually played very well.
The-
And bro, Yildiz is quickly becoming a.
I don't think they
a
played
household
well.
name.
I just find
I think they played pretty well.
3 bottom ones have actually the 2
Varvar's
bottom
nightmare.
ones. 2 bottom teams in my list have played decent, but it's just because there's not much selection like in the world. Juventus
there's a lot
currently
of- yeah.
undefeated this season, which is whatever you could say it's an achievement. But the performances haven't been that great. But I can't.
But they've
justify-
shown resilience. They've
They've
scored.
shown- yeah.
Like to
yeah, they've
score 4 goals
scored, but
versus
they've
Inter-
allowed fucking 27 goals.
Yeah,
When
definitely.
Barca does it, it's fine though.
Yeah, that's
Barca doesn't
but
allow
Barca-
4
yeah,
goals
Barca's
or
not
3
allowing
goals.
no.
Barca allows 1 goal. They fail to keep clean. Even that's even a lie, by the way. But yeah, sure. That
But
Barca allow a lot of goals. They don't allow a lot of
recently
goals.
they
There was
haven't
one game
as
that was
much.
close. I
Bro,
forget who it was.
if Bremer's
Newcastle.
healthy, both of your nines make absolute sense. If Bremer is injured, I kid you not, our defense is so reliant on one player.
Your
Yeah,
last
it
two
is.
goals
It is
were, your
over.
last two
But
games
Bremer
were
has
with
played.
Bremer.
Bro, Bremer didn't
Your
play.
last 3 games have been with
Bremer
Bremer.
didn't play versus LS Verona, and it was you had to worry so much about defense that you couldn't attack.
But you allowed less goals against Hellas Verona than you did against Inter and Dortmund. You allowed 7 goals in 2 games. You just scored 8.
I'm just saying, bro. If you didn't watch, obviously versus LS Verona, but our
You
team
literally said you didn't watch before the
I
fucking
watched.
thing.
I watched like 60 minutes. I didn't see the whatever elbow when that happened.
Yeah, well, anyways, you at the 9, I think. Depends if they stay there. It depends their next couple games.
We'll
If
see
they-
Atalanta
they
this
could dip.
weekend.
They can
Okay,
dip.
my-
They
my
And then we're
definitely-
playing Milan.
My 9 is Napoli. I am Napoli 9.
Not on my list. I hate them.
So stupid.
How is
So what are your power
and
rankings based
Juventus?
on?
How is Inter and Juventus making your top 10 but not Napoli?
Yeah,
Bro,
I
Cagliari,
understand.
Sassuolo.
Yeah, I don't
Fiorentina.
think their
You
schedule.
could only beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, I understand, but you
they
could also
played Man
understand
City
that
and they
it's-
didn't beat what was in front of them.
They got a red card in 28 minutes. The same thing. But
Don't do a
once
stupid
again,
tackle.
I,
Di
look,
Lorenzo.
look, 8. I have Man City, so I have Man
So
City
red card
right
for
above.
Anthony.
I have Man City at
forgot
the
Man
8 as
City.
well. I have Man City at
I
8
have Man
as well.
City at 8.
I have Man City 8. I have Napoli right below
I
Man
have
City.
Napoli 8. Napoli and Serie A have been a dominant team. As predicted, you cannot deny that.
Right now, if you have to
dominant-
put your money on
they-
one team
they-
to win Serie A, who you putting your money on?
Napoli.
play
Napoli,
shitters.
without a shadow of a doubt.
I'm watching
not a
Napoli
betting man.
tomorrow.
They've conceded 1 goal.
I'm not putting money on
3 games.
Napoli.
Because they
No.
fucking score, bro. You don't look at these momentum charts. They fucking do
Momentum
nothing,
charts.
bro.
How about you watch the games?
They score
I
Scoring
get
is
it.
looking good in Serie A. KDB has come in as a MVP already. Their defense is looking good. Conte is the manager to bring them forward for another Scudetto, hopefully.
Okay, we'll see
I don't know,
versus
hopefully.
Sporting.
And against Man City, obviously, Man City historically have always been the better team. Napoli, it's their first time in Champions League in a while. Like,
We're gonna
Play-
give them,
what are we
we're gonna
giving
give them an excuse.
They
bro.
play-
They're
no,
Serie A
fucking
champions.
cutesy excuse.
They play Pisa tomorrow.
Yes.
That should be a win. So
Should be a win.
theoretically, they're going to be on 4 wins in 4
Sure,
games.
but
out of the
then they
first
play
4 weeks.
Milan. That's gonna be an
We're gonna see,
interesting matchup.
but you see, but now
But that's
we're
why.
only saying what we've done up till now. They're
Yeah.
the defending Serie A champs, and they've won every game in Serie A so far.
going into
understand.
going into the future, like right now, if I had to put a top 10, Napoli is not in my top 10.
But if they beat, let's say Milan, they have good results against a Juve, an Inter, or whoever's coming up that's of
but
difficulty.
why are we looking in the future? We're looking at what happened in the past month.
because I'm not going. At the end of the day, the strength of their opponents of the last 3 games, besides the Man City,
You could
game,
argue that.
You could argue that they were unfortunate. They were very weak.
But what about Juve?
But Juve had Inter in that
Yeah,
lineup
okay.
too, and they beat them. So like at the end of the day, for Napoli,
What about Inter?
Inter, yeah, we had Torino, we had Udinese, we had Juve, we had
Same shit.
Lost.
Where's
Juve.
Milan then?
but I also understand that Inter in Champions League is a very, very good team.
Okay, but
Milan was in my consideration. Don't get me wrong. They were in my consideration. They're in my 11 to 15. I think they've been playing very well with Allegri. But unfortunately, Napoli right now, they're in that 11 to 15 too. For me, that's just what it is. I don't think they've played particularly the best team, like as the best
they've
team in
dominated
Serie A.
every game
But dominating is
in Serie A.
I don't know. I don't necessarily see it. Well,
'Cause
we'll see
I
versus
think
the
it's-
actual competition.
It's also a matter of performances. Like, if you believe that the team won with a good performance, that goes higher in my power ranking.
Lukaku's injured.
Yeah, and they still won games.
yeah, and they
With
They have
Højlund.
3 strikers that are worth
Højlund,
like
you
40
understand?
mil.
You say Højlund as if that's a bad thing.
We've seen how bad he was.
Yeah, but
he's-
we all said
is he
that
bad
if
or
you
is
bring
he
him
good?
back to Serie A,
Right now,
he
he's
will do
looking
well.
good. He's looking quite good.
He's been okay.
Well, he was ass against Man
Yeah,
City.
he wasn't.
But
Man
look,
City, the
Man
whole
City,
team was
we can
ass.
also speak about Man City because I think we all
Yeah, I have
it
Man City
right
at
around
the 8th
here.
spot.
It's look, that
Very poor
Tottenham
start.
game and
Yeah.
Brighton game were horrendous. But since then, honestly, today against Arsenal, I personally believe they deserve 3 points. One point, you could argue 1 point. Yeah, whatever, sure. But I think they've actually looked quite. They're inconsistent. That's what I'll bring up. That's what's stopping them from being a top
Yeah.
6 club or 5 club here on this power ranking. Is because 1 week they'll go and destroy Man United 3-0.
You didn't have Man City in your top 10?
No,
They'll
I
go
still
and
don't have
destroy
them.
Man City. They'll go and destroy Man United 3-0 and make it seem like they're not even playing against professional footballers. And then the next week they'll go and lose to Brighton.
That's been a trend for a
Yeah.
few seasons now.
Yes. So it's the inconsistency that's holding them back. But I definitely think they deserve to be on this spot because look, beating Napoli comfortably 2-0 is like it's not like an easy task, but it definitely deserves to be respected.
But in the league, though, they're not doing that well
because they've lost to Tottenham and Brighton, which you could. It's acceptable losses. I mean, it's not acceptable for a team that's trying to push top 3 in power
But I'm sorry,
rankings.
losing
it's
is
still
not
losses.
acceptable.
and the performances they weren't.
Drawing
Losing to
is different.
Cremonese is not acceptable. Losing to Udinese is
No,
not
but
acceptable.
when you say one, okay, maybe one is a random occurrence. They lost to Brighton and Spurs. That's unacceptable.
Spurs have an argument for being on this list.
They're actually on my
Spurs
list.
are
They
on
do
my
it.
list. Spurs are on
Of
my
course,
list.
Yeah, they're
had an amazing
Spurs are
month.
not on my list.
That's crazy.
That's
How?
a little
How could
harsh.
you say
yeah,
that?
That's harsh.
They haven't looked personally that convincing.
Here,
Brother,
I'll tell you.
oh.
Number 7, I have
Personally.
Spurs.
Number 7, I have Spurs.
I have
Because
Spurs, number
they
7 too.
they
Holy
are
collusion.
top 3 in the Premier League
Crazy.
for a reason. Every game
Bro,
has
they're
been very good.
They're very
they-
good.
Recently, they've tailed off though. Like they started the
fine
season
tailed
off
off.
amazing. People have
mean,
this,
against
this,
Brighton?
No,
this-
versus
the
Villarreal,
first
maybe?
impression is very important. Obviously, it's very important. And Frank's first impression was amazing.
Bro, you're making Richarlison.
Since
give.
then, he's not had the past 2-3 games. Even the Champions League game against Villarreal, they were not convincing.
They waned off near the end of that game, right? Like they weren't like super convincing and dominant in the second half of that CL game. But you can't deny that the work that Thomas Frank
Yeah.
has done to start this season is
Insane.
Above
good.
exceeding all expectations.
But they just drew. They lost 1-0 to Bournemouth, in which I'm pretty sure they didn't even get a shot on target. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they got dominated.
until the
I don't know about
70th
shot
or
on target.
75th minute or whatever. They didn't get a shot.
Well, I don't think they conceded much XG either way.
Like it up until the 70th minute, I think they had 0 XG, which
But
is
Spurs-
unacceptable. And then they drew Brighton in a game
Yeah.
that they probably should have lost.
They should have won.
They should have lost.
I don't know.
They,
Whatever.
they were losing for most of the game. They were losing for 2-0, and then Van Heck scored
Brighton
an
did play
OG.
well, yeah.
But they played well enough to get back to 2-2. Like
Yeah.
I could appreciate that too. So
But I'm looking like the defense has been revolutionized. We've always talked about the talent they have in defense, and now we're actually seeing it in effect. The attack is looking good. So I think what Thomas Frank is doing definitely warrants him a 7th spot at least.
yeah, like and the thing is that you can't really justify putting Man City above Tottenham, right? Because
No. They've been
Man
more
City-
inconsistent.
Bro, we will not have to call that. We will not be checking that rollie if it's fake or not for a while for Spurs. Spurs are playing Doncaster in the EFL Cup, then Wolves, then Bodo Glimt, then Leeds, then Aston Villa, Monaco, Everton. Chelsea is really their next big boy.
really
And
depends
that's
how
in
they
November.
win. Really depends how they win those games. If you're winning in dominant fashion, scoring multiple goals, keeping clean
Sure.
sheets,
Yeah.
then
Sure.
there's context.
But like Wolves is really bad this season. Doncaster, I
Wolves
don't even
gonna get
know
rowdy.
if they're in League One.
Yeah,
what
but
the
at
fuck
the
are
end of
these
the
guys
day,
in?
they have no choice. They have to play Wolves. So it's like Mili said, depends how you do the performances, and
If you're
they've
scraping
been
by-
very dominant.
if you're scraping by
Yeah.
in these games, then yeah, there's a conversation. You could actually have a conversation to drop them.
But we were talking before the Man City Spurs game. This is where we check if a rollie's real or not, and then we checked and we saw that Spurs.
Yeah, that was
Spurs were that they had the real rollie, and now Varvar's not even putting them
And then
in
they
the top
lost
10.
to Bournemouth, and then they tied Brighton.
And and what did Man City do?
But in my personal opinion, Man City have a way bigger reputation going into the season. Like Man City finished 4th last year, Tottenham finished 16th. I really don't think you guys like are clocking how bad Tottenham were last season.
yeah, that's because you're taking into consideration last season.
Yes, like it's not a big percentage. If I had to make a list, Tottenham are probably 11th or 12th on my list.
Fucking
New
Xavi
attackers,
Simons,
new coach.
Kudus, Thomas Frank,
Everyone's playing
Richarlison
well.
starting now.
You say, but bro, like these performances,
Their
were
midfield
good,
is weak
but
still,
you're
in my
acting like they're like you go on the it's green. No, there is fucking mid performances in
Still
there.
holes in that team.
Yes, 100%. So,
Bentancur, if you want to be, I'm like sure Bentancur is a good player in the Prem, but like like Newcastle don't have a Bentancur.
who has a better chance of winning? Like this is obviously not the be all end all of this list. There's obviously other factors that go into it. You have who are you betting on winning to Champions League? Man City or Tottenham? You're betting on Man City any day of the week to win Champions League.
Sure, but are you betting on Bournemouth or Inter to win Champions?
Who's still betting on winning the league? Man City or Tottenham? You're gonna bet on Man City any day of the week.
But I tried to use that logic and was stricken down.
It's not stricken down. Like it's just
But that
fact.
logic doesn't apply on what happened in the past. Like it's not. That's a for future reference.
Okay, do you think if Bournemouth and Inter were in the Champions League phase, let's say,
Obviously, Inter is a better team. I'm not saying Bournemouth. Juve and Bournemouth are not better teams than Inter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they had a better month,
so then
a better start of the season.
power
You could even say.
yeah,
That's
fine.
power ranking.
Okay,
That's how they work.
my seven. I have Dortmund. So
That's crazy. I thought
Lone
you were going to
Ranger.
include Dortmund at 10. I did
Can't
not know you were going to
justify
put
Dortmund
Dortmund
ahead of Spurs.
I
He's a
can't,
Lone Ranger.
because
Can't.
they're won every game in the Bundesliga so far, I believe, or they drew one.
No, they drew the first one.
Yeah, they drew one
St.
game in the
Pauli or
Bundesliga, and their defense looks impeccable. Except
Yeah.
for that game against Juventus, and
We do
that
that
game
team.
against Juve, in my personal opinion, they deserve 3 points.
They actually
So,
did not deserve
low-key.
3 points.
In my personal opinion, they deserve 3
They
points.
both
got a pen.
they played
So-
well, but I think it was a pretty even.
Even away from home.
all things considered.
So I'm really looking at this year. Dortmund, I think, could be a bogey team for some people in CL. So I've liked what they've done so far. They went in with momentum.
Conceded 7 goals over 6 games.
That's good, and 4 of them were in one game. But last year they came in with extreme momentum. They were like out of the CL race at one point, and then they won so many games in a row in the Bundesliga that they ended up making CL. So it's kind of like a carryover. So I think
I
Dortmund
like what
this
they're
year,
doing.
Rage bit aside, bro, the team actually, I don't know, maybe it was versus Juve, but the team looked good. Like,
Yes.
they have good
They
young
look good.
players.
I'm telling you, Dortmund, they're not going to be a CL contender, obviously not. But it would not surprise me if they're in a CL quarterfinal, potentially even a semifinal if they get lucky with the draw.
That tough team that you don't want to play against the Champions League.
Yeah.
Why did Niko Kovac ever get he got the Bayern job, but that was for like what? That was
Because
a
at
caretaker?
Frankfurt, he was amazing at Frankfurt. No, he actually got the full-time job. He was amazing at Frankfurt, got the Bayern
Sacked
job.
in November.
Lights were too bright for the Bayern job. But then he went back to another Bundesliga team, no?
Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg.
Coached Monaco too for a short stint.
Yeah, but I don't think he was even that successful. Dortmund fans kind of
Weren't a
didn't
fan.
like the appointment when it was made. But then they just won so many games in a row. It's like
He's
Ole
he's
at Man
playing,
United.
He's playing 2025 football.
Yeah.
That's it. Any manager that can run a proper like what would you want, like a 3-4-2-1
Amorim?
right now, Tudor.
Successful.
If you can run that, bro, you're getting jobs in 2025.
At least in Champions League, you looked flexible.
Okay.
Yep.
So now this is where the money's made. Top 6.
Top 6. It's number
I have
6. I have Arsenal.
I have Arsenal.
No.
I have Bayern.
Bayern
Well,
6 is fucking
Ars-
crazy. To
Who
me.
do you have
He
at
has
the 6?
Arsenal ahead of Bayern.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Who do you have 6 firms?
I have Real Madrid. I
Okay,
think
That's
fucking
stupid.
crazy, but
That's
whatever.
they've started. You want to talk about Arsenal first?
Well, whatever. I don't. Either way, there's a lot of debate
There's a,
here.
there's a
so
lot
no.
of conversation over at the 6th
Yeah.
spot.
Why you think Arsenal should be lower?
I think Real
I
Madrid
think
should be a lot higher.
In my
Yes.
personal
well, higher,
opinion,
really.
6 is like for me. Arsenal was so penciled in at 6.
Yeah.
because you obviously can't put them in the same tier as This is what I Dortmund, Man City, Napoli, Chelsea, Tottenham level. But the performances this year have not, in my personal opinion, Paolo's going to start screaming, oh my God, clean sheets, oh my God. In my personal opinion, celebrating a draw against Man City is actually like
but
unacceptable.
don't
The
pinpoint
standards.
Yeah,
don't pinpoint that one game
Yeah, you
where
can't.
Man City sat back for the entire game.
Okay, we all came out of that first game against Man United saying they should have lost that game as well. No, I'm not.
Which one?
I'm
The
not
Man
asking
United?
Paolo. The Man United first game of the season, where like Cunha had like an amazing game. We all came out of that game saying, "How the fuck did Arsenal even get 3 points here?"
I mean,
I don't remember, but
I remember the Dorgu post.
Yes.
okay, yeah.
That game was like, how the fuck did Arsenal even like win this?
It's just for me that Arsenal right now show the qualities, but it just seems that like they're kind of off the pace of what they were last year. I
They
don't know.
lost to Liverpool as well. By the way,
I don't find-
But that
Yeah.
was a tough,
But that was a very tough game again.
That was a tough game.
I think they had good performances this year.
Yeah, they
to
had good
justify them being higher.
Liverpool gotta stop scamming victories. We'll get to that.
that's
when we get to
that's
Liverpool.
the conversation. Yeah, definitely.
scammers.
Like I
But,
genuinely think they've been good defensively.
Zubimendi's been very
Zubimendi's
good in
been
the midfield.
crucial. You could say Gyökeres has been pretty shit. Like he hasn't shown his
Kind of a
qualities
whiff.
yet.
Kind of a whiff right now.
But people like Eze have been good.
Bro, it's a
Declan
it's a
Rice have
matter
been
of
good.
Coming to find your 11 and find what works. Bro, Saka got injured, but he's gotten back now.
bro, it's his fucking 6th year in the job. What do you mean find his 11?
Bro, he just
He bought the
5
entire
players.
11.
Just
What the
bought-
fuck do you mean?
He just bought 5 players this summer.
He bought the entire 23 men in his team. He bought every single one of them.
And
so
so
if he
when you-
doesn't know his starting 11, what the fuck is he doing?
So if you buy 5 players in the market that all can be starters,
They all can't be starters. Other than Gyökeres, they're all not starters.
yeah, Eze's not a
Zubimendi.
starter. Zubimendi's not a starter.
Eze, bro.
Varvar, it's better when you don't speak, Varvar. It's
Like-
actually better when you don't speak. When you just spew
all
stupidity,
I'm
it's better
sa-
when you don't
all
speak.
I'm saying
Is that you're stupid.
is that you once again. So come the end of season when you guys
you buy
are
5
second,
new players.
You guys are
to
second
replace
place.
Martinelli.
So
and
every
a
year
Saka
you're gonna buy
backup.
new players, and he gets
and-
the excuse of, well, he has fucking 4 new players. It's fine we finish
Okay, so
second
what would
place.
you do? You would start Martinelli?
Bro, you guys You guys.
Who's the starting
at
left winger at
home
Arsenal?
against Man City?
Who's the starting left winger at
Drew,
Arsenal?
and I saw your fans celebrating.
Okay, don't you
A
do a
draw.
City's at
That
Old
was-
Trafford.
A draw at home
but that was
to
a
Man
90th
City.
minute. That's a
Are you
90
guys title contenders or are you fucking trying to fight for third
Yeah, but
place?
that's 90th minute. Like
Bro,
it was.
you've
it was
obviously
like,
never played football in your life,
Yeah,
bro.
you obviously would jump.
You score a 93rd
Yes.
minute chip from a sub Martinelli.
It's a negative result.
yeah, at the
It's
end,
a negative
but you
result.
can celebrate
It's
the
a
goal.
negative result. You celebrate and then 20 minutes later
Yeah,
you
you
get
say,
the locker
okay,
room
yeah,
and
we
say,
need to be better.
All right, you guys celebrated 20 minutes and now how the fuck did we?
You celebrated a draw.
Yes, you celebrated a draw, but the celebrating the goal and celebrating the draw are two different things.
Would you celebrate if you scored a 93rd minute tie equalizer?
Pick up the ball. I'm trying to score another.
I'm a little bit on the
Yeah,
fence
yeah,
here.
but that's
I'm trying to win the game.
Okay, you
That's
never played football.
Martinelli.
They
That's-
salvaged the result, but the result was not what they wanted.
Sure. But Man City's never been an easy game. When you're an actually team that gets
Spurs
respected
fucking
by
wiped
Pep.
them to the side.
Yeah.
Because Pep doesn't respect them.
Brighton wiped them to the side.
Pep doesn't respect Brighton.
All I'm saying is, bro,
I just think that considering the.
But you were
the
running
top
up and down
five,
the fucking. You were running around the office, bro. When you tied versus Grimsby, you were fucking doing backflips.
I'm Man United. We
That
are
is
not
true.
fucking anywhere near
Yeah, that's
this list.
shameless as well.
We're nowhere near this list.
And,
You actually said that you were close to this.
And
list.
also, by the way, scoring against Grimsby, you could go to penalties and win the game. This is a draw. There's no denying there's a draw.
Yeah. But yeah, I said Real Madrid sixth.
That's
I think they
ridiculous.
started off very well.
Started off, they haven't lost.
They haven't lost.
They won every game. Not-
They won every game. Yeah, I agree. But I've had them sixth, and they remain sixth. I think the teams above them have shown me. You could debate Arsenal, to be honest. Like I'm thinking about it, I could switch Real Madrid with Arsenal, but the other ones I'm not switching.
So you have Arsenal 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like again, I don't think
I have Arsenal
Arsenal
5.
below Real Madrid is crazy to say at all.
That's crazy. At the 5, I have Bayern Munich, which I think there's an argument to even put them higher.
we did all this fucking
There is.
hoopla. I have Arsenal 5, Bayern 6.
I just can't believe you have
Yeah, Arsenal should be below Bayern, in my opinion.
underneath Arsenal.
Bro, I know it's who you play. I know it's like you can only
They
play
beat
what's in front of
Chelsea.
you. I know it's what you can play in front of you. But aside from the Chelsea game, bro, like the other games,
Dominant
don't-
performances.
Sure, but they do that all the time.
No,
they
no,
do
no,
that
no,
every
no.
dominated
fucking year.
Chelsea as well.
They do that every year.
They dominated.
They-
I
but
know.
they're
I
legit,
watched that game.
though.
That's
But
why
they're
I'm putting them in
So
my.
what,
That's why I
what
put them
more
up
do
there.
Bayern? I have Bayern 5 to be
Yeah.
honest, but I was heavily debating
I was-
putting Bayern like
I was gonna
even
say higher.
potentially top 3. To
I
be
have
honest.
Bayern fourth. I think
Yeah.
they've been that dominant. Their attack is looking good. Their defense keeps getting doubted by everyone, including myself, and yet they keep proving us wrong.
Last game, Company played Kane at number 10. He played
Yeah.
him as a 10 behind Jackson as a striker.
Insane.
One man of the match. Like I think he
Kane's
scored a
looking like
brace.
the best Kane we've ever
version.
seen.
Yeah, and
Which is
I
insane.
think
the older
I
he
honest-
gets, the better he is.
look, I was kind of doubt. I said in my Champions League prediction, I said Bayern was my CL winner. I was kind of
Jinx.
doubting it at the beginning, but Bayern. In the summer I said I left the Inter spot. Okay.
Yeah, thank
so
God.
the Inter got vacated. I said I was accepting club applications. A couple Bayern fans submitted their club applications. I'm a part
Is
of
this
Bayern
cap?
FC. I'm a Bavarian now.
Yeah, it's cap.
This got to be capped.
I'm a
He's gonna show up to the CL semis and Oktoberfest, the overalls. And
Bavaria. Varvar FC has a new member.
Oh,
I'm an
fuck.
honorary citizen of Bavaria.
That's not good, huh?
Bavaria.
It's not good.
Varvaria. That's where we're starting now. We are now starting. It's Varvaria now.
Holy
so fucking
cornball.
cooked.
Yeah, that's fucking corny.
We're so fucking cooked.
But
funny.
Bayern, we have a new super fan this season. I am now going for Bayern every single match. There will be no bigger Bayern fan on the planet.
Tuning
than
in
me.
every game.
every game. Every game. Harry Kane, you have a new goat.
That Bayern Union Berlin game, I need that breakdown.
Oh, I need it.
You're gonna have to give me the full rundown of that
need
game.
it.
Olise.
Minute 1 to
Que
minute
jugador,
90.
Olise.
Bro,
Oh, this guy's
but
insane.
low key, you look at their squad build up. Bayern Munich
Looking
have a
good.
very.
Hey, listen,
Bayern,
listen.
we need Bayern fans. We need to. I know there's a lot of.
Yeah,
we
this-
need
yeah,
to sell
this
That sounds like an
Upamecano.
agenda.
This is
We
switch.
need
agenda
to sell
switch?
Upamecano. There's no agenda switch.
No. This is a monster because we've made segments
True.
about us saying the wage
standards have
budget
dropped.
The standards have dropped. At Bayern. These
Oh.
aren't the same. The guarantees aren't there
Luis
anymore.
Diaz is
It's
a
a flop.
Listen.
And the wage structure
Will you
is
guys let me speak?
atrocious.
Will you guys let me speak?
I'm just stating what has been
The
said.
purchases are not good. Like 80 mil on Luis Diaz is
The
not
money
a good
is not
purchase.
good. The purchase is good.
Yeah, like Luis Diaz is a good player.
Yeah.
If you
Nico
take
Jackson
Luis
is a
Diaz
good
on your
player.
team any day of the week, it's just
Yeah.
there was too much money allocated
Yeah.
to it. 100 mil for a 20. Well, Harry Kane is Harry Kane, but 100 mil for a Harry Kane when your squad is
worth
kind of
it.
young.
You can't say it's not worth it.
Whatever,
debate.
whatever.
This guy's debate.
That one's debatable. But look, the squad's looking good so far this season. I can't complain. The Bavarians are top of the league. The Bavarians are looking good this season. I can't cap.
No, definitely a top 5 team. I would arguably even say like a top 4 side, but
Fourth.
did you guys say you're 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, okay.
Arsenal.
I have Real Madrid 4.
I have Real Madrid 4.
I have Barca 4.
Okay, that's interesting.
I have Barca 4.
Very
That's
interesting.
At the end of the day, you have to take form into account. And I do think Real Madrid winning every single game that they've
Yes, but
played is also a factor.
Barcelona's
I-
undefeated as well, huh?
yeah,
Undefeated.
But Real Madrid
They
have
have
won
Won
every
every game.
Okay, but they have one draw.
I have Barcelona higher than Real Madrid.
I
Me
think
too.
I think that's fair. I think there's a very good argument.
No.
I agree.
No,
I
no.
agree.
This is a new one. No. That's fair.
That's fair.
It's fair.
That's a fair argument. Definitely.
But I posed this. Okay, now let me ask a question to you.
Yeah.
Well, like yes, Real Madrid have won every game,
But is this like if Barca and Real
but
Madrid
just
faced
because
off next day, who's gonna win?
No.
just because Barcelona dropped points in one game, that makes them less. You're less confident in Barcelona than a Real Madrid.
I think it's a toss up. At the end of the day, like, well, listen, cat's out of the bag. I got them 3. So like 3 and 4, like you could interchange them however you want, however you see fit. But like at the end of the day, 5 wins
And
or 6 wins out of 6 is
Let's
a
not
very,
act like
very
that Real
good
Madrid
score.
performance against Marseille was
Yeah, exactly.
super convincing.
No, definitely.
But
But
it's still a win.
There was-
What?
there
And
also
it was a
positive
good
signs
But
in that
as
game.
what I'll say, you could bring this argument up for Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
This is the same level of argument because
In what sense?
Liverpool
Positive.
have what 4 or 5 games in a row now that they scored after
They,
the 90th
every
minute.
single
Oh,
game,
yeah.
every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
game
No,
this
no,
season so
Liverpool-
far, it's like a last minute winner.
So these like dominant performances that we hold Real Madrid to, we have to
That's
hold
true.
that to Liverpool as well. Barcelona are
Issue
winning.
is that
Barca's
Liverpool are doing
winning.
it in the
Barcelona is
Prem.
dominant as well.
I get it, but Barcelona has been dominant. I agree.
And that's without Lamine Yamal. So I
True.
think that adds
Well,
a
you
factor.
only missed 2 games.
Still, like there's only been 5 games, right? So
Yeah.
no Lamine Yamal and barely any signings, which
I think
it
it's
shouldn't be a factor.
Yeah,
But
Marcus Rashford's been playing very, very well too.
yeah, he
I
came
had
on
an
pretty
assist
good
today as well.
Did I not
Yeah.
call it? Did I not call it?
Bro, we weren't able to watch the Newcastle Barca game, but apparently it was not good.
Who Rashford?
Rashford was
Well,
not
maybe for the first
So
30
he
minutes.
single-handedly won them the game, but
But no,
apparently
but he got
was not
into it
good.
after.
Manchester United fan told me that.
Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
So don't ever speak to him again.
Zerk
You
see
don't
me
need
rolling?
Because
Zerk see me rolling?
because if you score 2 goals and you win your team the game single-handedly, including one absolute fucking banger, I don't care if you pass the ball directly to the other team every time you get it.
You must really rate Vlahovic then.
No, well, this year I am joining the Vlahovic train. I don't know if you've heard.
Mr. T like that.
I don't know if you
Did you see the
heard.
cycle? Shit.
I'm pulling a Pala
Yeah, do it.
on Pala.
Do it on camera.
I am officially a part of the Vlahovic fan club this season because
Jesus.
the way that he's responded to Tudor's criticism
worked.
and match selections.
Tudor has done nothing but support the guy. Tudor relaunched Vlahovic.
So benching him, I can see that hunger in his game again.
Yeah. The
and I can see the hunger that he had at Fiorentina,
He
where
was so hungry
when
today that he didn't eat.
when
He's like, now I'm full.
you can
I'm full.
see
I've been doing well. I'm full now.
you can see in
back
his
to the
in
bench.
small
The
stuff.
The way he's responded to my criticism has been excellent.
Yes. And I'm rooting for him. So now I was probably your biggest hater, bro.
Bro, he's
but
turning
you have a
haters
new
into
fan on me.
lovers.
Yeah,
because
crazy.
the way that the determination that I see, like, this is gonna sound like very
sus.
like an extreme, but you can tell in every stride that he's taking when he's sprinting and stuff that there's a different like determination this season.
Nobody's forcing
than the
you to say
past.
this, by the way.
And the way that he's striking the ball is different.
You
Like
can't
there's
be
there's
serious.
an anger behind it. I'm a fan now.
Over Sheshko?
So far this season, you can't deny that he's been better. You can't deny.
This is getting
what?
worse.
Am I saying something
Over
crazy?
Guirassi?
Bro, you're a fan of Manchester
No.
United.
No, Guirassi
you
is our
have to
liner.
be
Bro, if
delusional.
you told me that this would be said, if you told me
There's no money.
when
No
we
money.
started this podcast that Ferms would rate Allegri, Varvar would rate Vlahovic, and 2
played
guys
well.
would be putting Juventus in the top 10 of the power rankings that aren't.
I
me.
also think
I
that
would tell you
Vlahovic
crazy.
will be very susceptible. That let's say yes,
Vlahovic is
this-
not starting next team. It's over.
Whatever you can, he'll
played-
score
he played
another
horribly.
2 goals off the
So
bench
wait,
and then he'll start again.
Are you saying that Juve didn't have a good month? Because I could take them out if you don't think so. Because you're the Juve fan. So.
Did I put Juve in my top 10?
What
so you don't think they had a
let
good
me-
month?
They're
Let me
fringe.
finish the point on
I'd
kinda
actually put them
crazy.
11.
So Vlahovic,
Bro, it's enough about Vlahovic.
Yeah,
He's
why the
fucking
fuck are we
shit.
talking about Vlahovic?
He's
Bro.
a shit footballer. He's ass, bro. He's literally fucking Hoyland that's just a little bit more fucking built. He's literally just a more built Hoyland. Bro, he's fucking ass. People are DMing me on Instagram, don't join the fucking fan club. It's over now. Fuck, I'm not
the
joining
leader.
I'm not joining no fan club, bro.
Good, stay on that side, bro.
He's
Enjoy your
ass.
chunky
He's
Jonathan
ass,
David, bro.
He's ass. I need a link-up striker. I don't need a fucking Hoyland that takes his touch and it's 18 yards away
Oh,
from
but
him.
a Penda, when he takes the touch and it's actually fucking 35 yards away,
Bro, Openda's
that guy
playing Rio
fucking
minutes.
good.
Rio, you can tell he's a world-class player in 6 minutes, but
much unit
Openda's
talk.
ass.
Going back to Barca though, they've been
Barca.
dominant, absolutely dominant.
Fucking Vlahovic
Kept clean sheets.
6-0
Pedri's
against
looking
Valencia.
Like, yeah, Pedri's looking like the best midfielder again in the world. Rafinha's looking good. Pause. Who else?
Everything's working for Barca.
Yeah.
Everything's,
You got
everything is
Ferran
definitely
Torres
working.
scoring goals as per usual. Like it's.
Yeah.
I see them winning again.
I think it's a toss up. You're looking at effectiveness versus like form and like the actual win column.
Yeah,
What number are we
You
at?
know what I mean? We're at 4 going into 3.
Okay, I still got
did you-
Real.
I had Real.
at the 4 spot.
Yeah.
That
Would
makes
you have
sense.
Millie?
I had Barca.
He had Barca 4, which
That's
is what
crazy
we're
to me.
grilling him on.
You had
I had
Like
Bayern.
If you're putting Barca 4 and Real Madrid higher,
I'm just putting Real 3.
okay, but you're putting no recollection at all as to what happened last year. It's completely this season. Because last year, Barcelona, like I'm more of a Madridista. Barcelona fucking dog walked Real Madrid every single
Yeah,
game.
definitely.
So like you're just completely adding a blind to the 2024 season, and you're saying this year Real Madrid, we don't know how they're gonna match up against Barca. We kinda have an idea.
All right.
different manager.
It is a different manager, but bro, the difference in squad last year, and this is one thing I wanted to bring up when we spoke about Real Madrid today, was the over reliance on Mbappe is getting a bit scary because every time you're getting a goal notification from Real Madrid, it's Mbappe every single time,
got a
and it's
problem?
not like they're scoring. It's not like they're scoring a ridiculous amount of goals. Like it's not like they're scoring 5-6 goals and Mbappe's getting 4 goals every time. It's 1-0. Mbappe scores.
Yeah, I mean,
Vinny's
But-
playing well too, though. It's just you're not seeing that on Fall Mob, so you don't rate him.
but again, I think you're.
I don't rate Vinny. Okay, got it.
I think you're looking at the forwards too much, and you're not thinking about the defense. I think the defense is the worrying part.
I agree.
Because like Rudiger has not been sharp.
there's
Hausen, I mean, he's
cracks to
gotten a
this-
couple of red cards.
I think
but
there's
that's-
cracks to this
debatable.
win streak of
Yeah,
Real
well-
Madrid.
well,
it's
that-
not like a Centurion Man City
I
where
agree
they're
with
just
that.
fucking smacking every team to
I
the
agree.
fine, but
That's
I
why
think-
Barcelona's ahead for me.
Yeah, but I think you could make an argument for both as to like they're both kind of volatile. Like you could see Barcelona having a lot of cracks sometimes in games, and they could also drop points as well. They have.
I disagree.
Yeah,
but
they
they
have
bend. They don't
I
break.
disagree
though.
as well.
Like I think if Real breaks, they break.
I-
They will
I-
be
Real,
breaking.
Real haven't broken
You
yet.
do not need to tell me to put Real Madrid above Barcelona, bro. If I had one singular reason to put Real Madrid ahead of Barcelona,
Yeah.
bro, I would have showed up on this podcast and been fully into it. But
Lies.
it's
Fine.
not lies. I see cracks in Real Madrid's team that I don't see in Barcelona's.
I agree.
I don't
Me
know.
too.
But similar cracks. Barca have a track record that like last season.
Yeah, if
those
you wanna-
cracks
if you wanna
never
use that.
propagated into a break.
Both defenses are questionable, but I'm a lot more confident in Barcelona's attack scoring 5 or whatever the fuck's needed to outpace that than
Yeah,
Real
bro,
Madrid's.
you could fucking put me as striker, and I swear at Barca it's gonna work, bro. It doesn't matter who's going at striker. That formation is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I see what you guys
But
are
I'll
saying.
talk about it later. I got Liverpool at 3.
I got Barcelona 3.
I have Real Madrid at 3.
Liverpool at 3. We're not acknowledging that.
No, we're gonna
Liverpool at
acknowledge
3.
it, don't worry.
Liverpool at 3 is.
It's
There's an
egregious.
argument.
Bro, I like one team that I maybe have watched most of their minutes this season. Bro, I am not convinced. I am not convinced
That's
whatsoever.
a solid argument, but they've won every single game despite and being dominant last year.
Sure. This may go against other things I've said of how I made my power rankings, but having watched them in full, bro, they're not convincing. These late minute winners, just the overall performances, they allow momentum to switch onto them like they never used to do. Like Klopp, previous to his last season at Liverpool, was way more solid. Like a team, like you know the 4-2 with Bournemouth. Bournemouth did have stints where they had all the momentum, where they were like those leaks and holes at the defense
I
did
see
not
your point.
exist under Klopp, bro. Frimpong, Kirk has had a good game recently, but overall hasn't been great. Frimpong defensively is non-existent.
barely played.
You're reliant. He's played like 3 games. You're reliant.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Check the minutes. He's barely played.
He's played 3 games. You're
He
reliant
hasn't
on Van
started.
Dijk,
Frimpong.
You're reliant on
hasn't-
Van Dijk and Konate, And defensively, maybe I'm just a Liverpool hater at the moment, but it's not convincing.
I think you're over analyzing. Yes, they are winning games in the last minute, but those are games that they're dominating.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
but I
minute
think those
1
are
to minute
but
9.
those are
we're
games
at the
that
top
teams
three
are
of
kind of
we're top
accepting.
3 right now. We're talking about
Yes.
the big boys,
So-
and the margins are so tiny that pushes you to 3.
That for me, the Barcelona 1 draw drops them beneath the Liverpool and PSG tier, which we obviously have at the top. But you're like, for me, the Everton game, in my personal opinion,
games.
Liverpool dominated.
Liverpool
Atletico Madrid,
60,
Liverpool
58.
dominated. Burnley, Liverpool dominated. Arsenal, that was a 50-50 game. That
Very tough
Szoboszlai
game.
free kick. That's the margins we're talking
But
about.
it shouldn't be when we're supposed to be 4 places above Arsenal in the power ranking.
But that is the margins that you're talking about. They've won every single game. Arsenal have not. So
But
Yeah,
you're saying
but-
it's that close? The way you were speaking, it's as if Arsenal is not close to Liverpool whatsoever. A free kick anomaly should not
Liverpool,
be the
you
defining
leave
factor.
Liverpool, you leave games that they win 1-0, saying, "Wow, they should have won 3-0." Arsenal, you leave games winning 1-0, saying,
disagree.
"Okay, that deserved to be."
I
1-0.
disagree. I
Yeah,
think
but I
Liverpool's
think-
results, a couple of them are actually undeserved.
No,
Maybe
not
the
necessarily
Bournemouth
undeserved.
one. That's about it. To be honest.
Not necessarily undeserved, but you could tell when teams kind of decide to play for the draw. And then you say that Liverpool should have won more because they dominated possession. They got more touches in the box. They started getting more chances. Well, yeah, because a lot of the opposing teams decided to say, okay, let's try to get 1 point off of these guys.
Just like Burnley.
Yeah.
Burnley, they barely touched the ball.
They barely touched the ball because they decided, okay, well, this is these are the Premier League champs.
Yeah.
We could get a point off of them. We've just been promoted. We're not going to go for attack. You know, so this is just the type of game state that Liverpool have to face, and then they have to try to break through.
Yeah.
Try to get that winning goal. And listen, they do. They do that. Like that shows resilience. But there is a question mark to see how long can that be sustained for.
And hands up, I don't know if I said on the pod, but I definitally said it. I thought Gravenberch was not going to have a good season this year.
Yeah, he's nasty.
He's been insane so far this year.
Yeah, he's been very, very good.
Definitely been Liverpool's best mid, and that says something because McAllister's there. Szoboszlai's been off to a heater also, to be honest, this season. Verts, 1 more, and we're 007.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock.
One
I'm not going to
more.
lie. Bit of a shock.
That's bro. It reeks of a Jadon Sancho transfer.
No.
It's starting to.
I don't even think that's possible.
The scent
No.
is picking up.
No.
No, I think
It's Liverpool.
Verts-
At the end of the day, it's not Man United.
Yeah, I know, but
It doesn't work for Liverpool.
but at what point did we start changing? Like, because you thought Jane Sancho was nasty before.
You say that, but like a Darwin
don't even
Nunez.
remember.
Darwin Nunez was almost 100 mil.
Still made their money
Actually,
though.
was
There's a
100
point that we must switch, whether that's 007 or in the middle of the
The
season.
issue with Man United, Jadon Sancho, is that we didn't get rid of enough quicker. Oh my god, that's
Didn't
terrible.
get rid of
We
him.
didn't get rid of him quick enough.
But you also like I think that was a mentality
In my
issue. It's not
personal
a player
opinion,
issue.
you start seeing, how's he acting off the pitch?
Exactly.
Is the thing you should have cut the ties as fast as you possibly could to
Yeah.
recoup your value. We thought, okay, let's keep switching. It's the manager's fault. It's the manager's keep switching managers.
Exactly.
No,
Like you
my
put the
brother.
blame to everybody else but
Culture
him.
issue.
So what's
Yeah.
the problem
No,
for Verts?
100% was
But
his.
Verts
Verts
is
is
not the
playing with
same-
he's playing with fucking a great
Verts
team.
is-
He's not the
It's
mentality issue that Sancho is. Like,
Exactly.
I think you'd put a lot more faith
what's
in
his
Verts.
problem?
But I think you'd put a lot more faith in Verts trying to get back into his best form over Sancho.
But the issue
in
is
same
that
situation.
look, I saw a pie chart recently that in the Bundesliga he was maxing out almost every single metric. He was maxing out. It's not like some metrics are down in the Prem. He's
All of
down across the board.
Yeah, that's
every
fine.
single metric he's down. Like, and I'm speaking about beneath average in
That
the
could be
Prem.
better. That all of them are down.
Yes, I don't know.
Because
I
if just some are down, then that means there's parts of his game that.
but maybe
will
he's
never
not
be
amazing
at
at
the level of Premier
anything.
League.
That's the issue. Maybe he's not amazing at anything.
No, you can't say that
Yeah,
about
no.
Florian Wirtz.
Bro, what is his
Not
what is his
amazing at
defining
anything?
trait?
Bro,
He's
It's
a
not about
creator.
defining trait. You know he's one of the best all-round players that you could find in the attacking midfield
Jack of
position.
all
We
trades.
also know the Premier League's level is higher, so it takes. Bro, he's 22 at the end of the day. Like he needs time to get into the league.
like, bro, and
7 games, you could start criticizing him, sure, but
Rio didn't need
I'm
the time.
sure. Well,
Rio
Rio's been there.
Frimpong hasn't started that well either.
Exactly.
But it takes you 2 seconds of watching to tell you what Frimpong is actually good at. Vert so far at Liverpool, he has not shown
He's a
anything to
passerby.
see that he's good.
He's just. I feel like he's just
He's
sitting
looking
on.
like Odegaard. I can't
Stocks
cap.
are still
my
fully
God.
invested.
He's
low-key-
looking very much like Martin
You wanna shit on
Odegaard. right
Odegaard,
now.
bro? Let's make
Look,
comparisons.
I
He plays
will
like
still
him.
come out on a limb
7
and say
games is crazy.
Verts will still
Reactionary.
be probably successful for Liverpool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say right now if I had to,
Great,
if,
great
if,
covering
if I
your
had
bases.
to, if I had to,
So
if
now
I
he's
had
gonna
to,
be successful, but he called him a flop.
Yeah, you're
The
gonna say
first 6
shit now,
games-
but he's gonna be successful.
because
Say,
I know-
guys, I said he would be successful.
I know what I watched at Leverkusen, and I know
the
that
quality's
was
there.
greatness.
So it's a transition period right now.
But-
it's obviously normal that a player
There's better
drops a little
players
bit
that have
below.
come to the Prem and done worse.
So if Isaac goes
my personal
007, what do we say?
Bro, yeah, but like, I
What
think
if Isaac goes
Ekitike is better.
007? What do we say?
I think Ekitike
But
is
that's
better.
so
different.
reactionary.
Isak
It's not
played in the
different.
Prem.
Ekitike came in
worse.
and he's been
Isak
good
proved
right
it in the
away.
Prem.
So then Liverpool's a problem.
No, Isak proved it in the Prem.
Okay.
So I have more of a reason to say that Isak will be good once he gets acclimated.
But if he goes 007, doesn't that show
Bro, I
that
don't give a
there's
shit
a
about
constant?
007. I said that Wirtz was going to be shit before he even joined Liverpool.
That's just hate.
If he
No.
goes 007, but he's playing well, like I
Bro,
couldn't
he was
care less.
nasty at Bayer Leverkusen. I just knew that motherfucker was not going to be good in the Prem.
Crazy.
If Isaac has fucking 5 XG after 7 games and yeah, he went goalless just because he couldn't finish anything, then we're talking about 007. That would be stupid.
Just imagine the conversation if Ekitike didn't score in the first 3
Ekitike
games.
is fucking insane. It takes
And
2 seconds of watching him to tell you that.
And I agree with you that watching him, he looks amazing. But say he didn't score those goals. Would you still call him
You
shit?
I know what I'm still watching. I know I'm watching a Thierry Henry regen. I don't give a shit if the goals
Exactly
follow.
my point. But Terry Henry
But
region is
Florian
crazy.
Wirtz, you've seen him for 3-4 years.
Wirtz,
at
I'm
Bayer
watching a
Leverkusen.
fucking Josh Cullen
But
regen.
you've seen his quality.
You've seen him in Germany. You've seen him at the Euros. You know he's good. Like, he's a fantastic player. The whole conversation has always been Wirtz or Musiala. Like,
Yeah.
you know that the
Now
quality
the
is there.
conversation's over.
Never.
Crazy.
It has
Anyways,
begun.
Anyway, I'll take my Oracle by mail. My
There's no
Oracle profile,
Oracle.
I'll get it by
You're
mail.
not getting shit.
Well, I'm right about it.
Did
right?
everyone
Fuck,
say
you're
their
not
two?
right.
No.
Well, Liverpool,
Liverpool?
I have it too.
Damn.
Who do you have it to 2?
Whatever, I'll
I
grab
went
that.
with PSG.
It's fine. I'll grab that after.
I went with
PSG.
PSG.
You PSG too?
I have PSG too.
But again, this is
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
situation where you could.
Liverpool hasn't been mentioned on the rankings yet.
No, that's
Mine
crazy.
has. I said Liverpool 3.
You have Barcelona or whatever.
I didn't
Li-
move my power rankings much. I had Liverpool, PSG, Barca in my old power ranking, and I've kept them there. There's no
Liverpool-
reason to downgrade these teams or no reason to move them around.
I just think that having not PSG won at the start
Yeah.
was the mistake. You could have fixed your mistake, and you didn't,
But why? What makes you say that?
because PSG is they just won the quadruple, and
Yeah, but
they
I-
won everything.
I know, but I told you I'm basing it off the last month. They've been very good, and that's why
They
they're my second.
dominated Atalanta in CL.
Yeah, they did.
Like they there's no
You
reason
drop
to not
PSG?
put them one.
No, I didn't drop anybody. Liverpool, PSG, and Barca stayed the same
Okay, well,
as they were.
Listen, my it's a little bit hypocritical because I put Barca 1, but PSG have done nothing but impress
Yeah.
and continue their momentum, and Liverpool have shown they haven't shown complete control over every game they
For
play.
me, PSG
you can say it's Ligue 1 versus
For
Prem.
me, when I made this power ranking, it was like, okay, PSG won, let's move on to 2. It wasn't even like a thought for anyone else.
4-0 to Atalanta, and
That's
they've won
fair.
all of their other games like 6-0, 4-1.
But I've said Atalanta is
6-3
not a
though
good
versus
team.
Toulouse.
Atalanta has not been.
They
They
won
just
today,
won
Atalanta.
CL. You can't.
No, Atalanta. I'm saying.
I know, but PSG just won every fucking game for a year practically.
What would have made you put them over Liverpool on either Liverpool or PSG's part?
It's tough.
Well, they haven't
Better
done
opponents, I
anything.
would say.
Bad.
But what more could
You can
PSG
only play,
have done?
like you said,
No,
you can
there's
only play
no.
what's in front of you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I haven't moved PSG. They were
Yeah, that's
second.
fine.
They'll remain second. They unfortunately didn't have the opponents to tell me PSG should go ahead of Liverpool. They haven't.
They won
at the end of the day.
CL.
Yeah,
That's fine, but I said
but
it's
his
been the
ranking
past month.
Is the past month.
Because
Okay.
it's form. Like at the end of the day, Liverpool, PSG, and Barca were my top 3. They remain there.
Yeah, that's
because
fine.
they've been good.
Yeah, that's
Liverpool
fine.
or PSG's.
I'm sure we'll see that top 3 move around.
Look,
100%.
Barca PSG October 1st.
That's gonna
Now
be a
that's
litmus
gonna move
test.
things.
That's a litmus
Yeah.
test right there. So we should definitely.
I have
see.
Barca number 1.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Bro, tomorrow, power.
I mean, I definitely
power.
hate it. I
Which
mean,
club?
how is your number one not even first in their league right now?
I don't give a shit, bro.
That is true.
It's not even. I'm just stirring the pot with this at number 1, bro. Barca can beat any team in the world at the moment if Lamine Yamal is healthy.
Sure.
And it's not a Lamine Yamal cop out because the rest of the team's fantastic.
But you see, can beat and PSG did beat every team in the world. So it's like can beat. Yeah, sure, they can beat every team. Inter
They didn't beat Juve.
can beat any team in the world. I'm not
PSG
putting them
didn't-
number one.
PSG's 0
Fair
for
point.
1 versus Juve in this mighty squad, but we don't talk about that.
Thiago Motta's Juve.
It's true.
Hey, what?
Remnants. No, actually, I'm confident going into let's say you do a 2-legged tie like next week. Barca beats every team in the world.
No, not PSG.
Were they your winners in Champions League?
Shit do I know, bro?
You just have to
weren't.
look at their.
you
The issue is
peaked, like-
Barca's defense, bro. Like
There's issues, man.
you're starting to ask some questions, but whatever. Did you see that funny tweet? What's it called? A Newcastle fan tweeted after the CL game. He's like, "Koundé's the best right back I've ever seen on a CL game ever." And then the top comment is, "This is why we never let Newcastle make CL."
The conversations around Pedri and De Jong were ridiculous.
after that
Pedri's
game-
the best midfielder I've ever watched.
I've ever
at
watched
St.
in the
James's
world.
Park.
Bro,
Crazy.
Pedri's class, but goddamn, like,
Getting De Jong shouts like, "Oh, if this guy came to the
Newcastle
Prem."
fans, I've never watched these
Newcastle
guys.
fans got the introduction to Barcelona.
Bro, introductions is just in European football.
Imagine Yamal played. They would have said, "Oh my God, this is the best
Flow
footballer I've
state.
ever watched in my life."
Would have been a mess. But so yeah, those are our power rankings. PSG, yeah.
last thing, technical ability, Pedri versus Joelinton, Tonali, physicality. Showed some levels that technical ability supersedes.
Showed the level that
But extreme
Newcastle
technical
actually
ability.
beat Barcelona.
technical ability.
Did they beat Barcelona in XG?
Who?
Newcastle.
Oh my God, XG Merchant.
Holy.
I mean,
I
did
doubt
we
it.
not
Talking
watch?
about
We
midfielders.
watched the first minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Should Harvey Barnes have not scored in the first minutes of the
Yeah,
game?
but I think
He's talking
Barcelona.
about midfielders. He's not, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Pedri made these motherfuckers thought that.
Did I ever
The best
compare
defense is like
Pedri to Joe Linton?
No, but
I never
No, but
compared
I'm
them.
going-
Pedri's not
I'm talking about
physicality.
the
Physicality of the Prem
Yeah.
is unmatched.
he's running an old
Exactly.
agenda back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Pedri in
know,
the Prem would be the best midfielder.
I
in
threw
the
you
Prem.
a response. Now,
He
what's
pleads
your
the
response?
fifth. He pleads the fifth.
My response is that
He
Newcastle
check
beat them on
raises you.
XG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna match?
Yeah.
Now
Average
I
you,
raise
basically.
you
XG.
XG. Okay.
Prove it.
1.46 to 1.31.
Oh,
So,
0.1.
I raise you XG.
Should have won. I raise you. Should have won.
Doesn't prove technical ability over.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Pedri's
Yeah.
Anyways.
technical ability superseding Joelinton's.
physical ability.
Crazy work. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think PSG definitely deserves the one spot. Barcola, by the way, quick shout out Barcola. Guys, an absolute has been insane the last 3-4 games.
Would you trade Barella and Bastoni for Barcola?
No.
Okay.
Millie,
It's been great.
Millie, is that a hint to your Sorare player of the week? As we get into our final segment of the podcast, which by the way, if I do say so myself, it's been a fire podcast.
Has
for real.
been, this is
I
an
don't know why I feel
all-timer.
fucking rejuvenated, even though like
I love this
It's an
shit.
we've been
all-timer,
working all
low
week.
key.
Power
But it's-
rankings are the best.
This was a great podcast, but on to the final segment, the Sorare segment. If you guys don't know about Sorare yet, Sorare is an online platform where you guys can buy players, sell players, trade players, and field a lineup every single week where you can play versus other people in the world. Most amount of points wins. It's as simple as that. And we've been having our fun with it, definitely. We've been doing our wheel spins every day, opening our common packs and trying to get our favorite
Trying.
players.
Nah, for real.
Trying.
But boys, if you want to do the honors and present your first player.
Well, listen, I mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. This is Bradley Barcola.
Oh, Petit.
The Barcola show.
Who's he playing?
Doesn't really matter at this point.
Marseille on Monday.
Well, yeah, because they
haven't
postponed the
responded to.
game.
And
They
then
postponed the game.
Wait, is
Le
this a
classique.
cop out? Is this a million
PSG
for
play.
one?
PSG. By the way,
Because he gets 2 games.
how would you
next
how-
year.
just out of
Smart.
interest, because I met someone from this place. How would you guys pronounce this place?
Auxerre.
Auxerre. How would you pronounce
Auxerre.
it?
Auxerre.
Auxerre?
So AUXERRE.
Auxerre.
Is it the?
It's Auxerre.
Auxerre, maybe.
Is
It's
that
an
the
S.
Basque
I
side?
don't know. I don't know.
Auxerre.
I don't even know where it
But
is.
Barcola has been on an absolute tear. Wonder goals everywhere in these games. So he started the season very, very well. I'm banking on him to continue that form into Le Classique, into
I believe in.
the other games. So listen, a lot of negativity over on the Barcola side, because a lot of people said that does he deserve the starting spot? Is he at that level?
The
he
Bell
a
is
tier below?
injured.
Yeah, so
He's got a spot.
he's really taking that opportunity now. So Mili FC stocks into
All-time high.
Barcola.
Okay. Barbara, what do you got?
So, okay. This may be the Madridista in me. We may be going too Madridista in this.
Oh, not Masturbino.
Masturbino
Masturbino.
Mastantonio.
Masturbino.
Real ones know
What a game.
he's been balling out low key
He
for
has.
Madrid, and he hasn't gotten his first goal or assist yet. And they're playing the Madrid derby this week.
Oh, that's
The
good.
Madrileno, I think it's called.
So you know that price if he scores or assists.
I'm predicting
Goes
his
up.
first goal for Madrid from a free kick. That's my prediction.
I really like that one.
And
guys
I'm gonna go
thinking-
Mastantonio.
Guys thinking that the price is gonna skyrocket.
No, but
he might
honestly,
actually-
it's a type of player that the
Yeah.
price will skyrocket.
he was very, very
Insane
good. versus
performance
Marseille.
against Marseille.
Yeah.
And
been
Generally,
seeing
for
some
those
comps.
for those who haven't checked the Sorare market, players that I see going up real quick are players like Mas Antonio that don't have like the last multiple seasons. So like right now, if they do something crazy, especially for Real Madrid, but let's talk skyrocketing.
You're getting it early.
For real.
But maybe there's other people that are investing.
Because the people who watched the Espanyol game, the people who watched the Marseille game, baller, they know. And the River Plate fans, I mean, there's no more glazing for a brother than
No,
they
for
did for
real.
Mas Antonio. So
Masturbino.
Ferms, shall you do the honors or
Sure.
I'll go last?
As always, I'm going hipster. Antoine Semenyo, he's playing Leeds over the weekend, so I think that's a goal and assist right there.
it's a good
One
shout.
of the Premier League's finest.
Yeah. Oh, this year he started off
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
on fire.
Stock won't move, but that's a great shot.
Stock will go
Semenyo is up there as one of the most. I called him world class last week, so I mean, by the way, they hated my world class shouts last week.
Bro, he's
but,
not better
I
than
agree.
Rodrigo. I'll tell you
but-
that.
Everyone was ripping.
Semenyo's better than Rodrigo. Did we have that conversation on camera or off camera?
Oh yeah,
On
yeah.
camera.
On camera,
That was why
comment,
the comments
acknowledge,
ripped you.
Okay,
everything.
Comments and
Semenyo is a
comments.
lot better than Rodrigo,
Stupid idiot.
but yeah, I mean, Semenyo very
we'll
good.
bag
shout.
this weekend.
Yeah, 100%. There's no more greater thing than a bag.
I wish he was on my FPL, but
I have a certain Stuttgart player,
What Paolo with another exotic shout.
seller.
Bilal El Kanous.
El Kanous.
I was asking the guys before we started. I said, "How's El Kanous on FM?" And I was told he's pretty good, but I've been seeing a little bit too much. I'm tapped in.
Meg.
I'm tapped into Bundesliga.
Everyone
This
saw
is-
that Meg on Instagram. On
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Paolo's Chanuzun shout still
Has
Still
worked out.
echoing.
still echoing
Echoing
because he
in-
did score again.
He did, bro. The
Nah,
guy,
for real.
he's actually having his breakout
He scored
season.
against Galatasaray.
Champions League, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scored against
But
Well, they
Galatasaray.
won 5-1, which like
Flop of the season, Galatasaray.
he ate in everybody eats game. You know.
But it still adds to the price, brother.
He's still eating.
Press
Still getting
and
a
break.
piece of that pie. But El Kanous, kind of would you say underwhelming in the Prem?
No, he was actually good for
But was he-
Leicester,
was he
but
a
I mean,
Leicester
he wasn't a
product?
goal and assist. No, he was a Club Brugge.
So they bought him. So
Gang?
I'd say he's a
I don't
flop.
remember which one.
Gang.
Ghent.
But
I honestly, he was kind of noticeable in some games in the Prem and then unnoticeable. But the good thing about him was his release clause was like 20 mil. So it was like you're getting a good young player. I'm pretty sure they wanted El Kanous to replace Eze at
Crystal Palace, yeah, he was linked.
So very good player. Got his move to Stuttgart. Let's see. He started the season off very well, so it's not a bad shout to be honest.
we'll see. We'll see this weekend. I think they play St. Pauli. I'm not sure. Let me check it out.
Oh, that's a 3 points right there.
They're top 6.
Bro,
right now.
St. Pauli.
Pauli?
Well, they
Yeah,
actually
they're
play
nuts.
Celta Vigo midweek.
Litmus
Midweek
test.
in Europa League. So I
Litmus
got
test.
Rolly test.
I got a double trouble there.
Rolly
I got
test.
Celta Vigo and then I got Cole on the weekend.
Didn't
like a-
Hertzler come from St. Pauli? The
Yes,
Brighton
he did.
manager?
St.
That's a-
Pauli
that's
just
a solid
pumping out
team right
talent.
there.
What a factory.
Not for real.
Talent
No,
factory.
they just played St. Pauli. They beat them 2-0. And then Fenu scored. Palace doesn't even watch his own players.
For real.
But yeah, if you guys want to check it out and sign up, and honestly, we're going to be talking about this most weeks on the podcast. So if you want to stay up to date, check out Sorare.
€150 bonus offer.
Yes, if you sign up with the link down below, then you can get up to 150 euros in sign up bonuses. So make sure to check that out, boys. I think that was
Very successful
that was
pod.
good
episode
pod.
76.
We got
Very good
Patreon
pod.
Q&A now.
Patreon Q&A, yes, definitely. So we have some
bro.
questions.
Some
Bomba questions.
questions. I was looking at them.
Oh boy.
Bombas.
Let's get ready to
Check it
rock
out.
and roll, gentlemen.
Not for real.
We'll see you guys on there.
Thank you. See, grazie. Ciao.